Good afternoon. Hey, Linda. Good afternoon, honey. Good afternoon. We're going to do an afternoon Q&A session. You notice I said with subs. I normally try to make that clear. So hopefully the trolls start dropping out right at the very beginning. I doubt it, but there they go. Good. Yeah, this is for subs. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Million. Hey, my girl Tia. Bossy T. See, me and Tia got the same schedule. I love that. We got the same schedule. What's up, CG? Good afternoon. You said about time you back. Let me explain something to y'all. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is spiritual, and I know that what I'm doing is spiritual because it's like, let me see how can I explain it to y'all. It's like I get filled up, and it's like my cup runneth over. Okay, and it's like I get seriously drained. I seriously get drained, and I have to get filled back up again. That's how I know it's actually spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me just sitting back here talking, because I can actually feel the Holy Spirit like just filling me up. And by the time I'm done, y'all know I go laugh for like 2 or 3 hours. So by the time I'm done, I'm really drained. So I have to take some time to recuperate, which is only really overnight because I'm right back at it again. As far as the research and stuff, I'm right back on it. Um, and then I have to take some time to get to digging. And that's what I'm doing right now. We actually at the next step. We're actually there, and we're doing some digging. Concerning that next level that I was telling y'all about. So that's actually taking some time, and it's some eye opening revelations we already getting. I'll say that again. We getting some eye opening revelations already, and we just started looking into this next level process. And this is another reason why I pretty much shut down the Facebook group. And I didn't shut it down completely. I'm going to just make it even smaller, where we just really have a team of people that's trying to work hard behind the scenes and find truth, you know, compile our stuff together. So I don't really want to say too much, but I'm just looking for like really a strong team, because I can't really operate all these different pages. I have a Malika's World on Facebook that's public. I drop some stuff in there so people can, stay caught up. I have the Instagram page. I also have this YouTube channel. Not to mention, I have my own life, my own, stuff that I want to drop for my people, my family, pictures of myself. I have my own stuff going on. I have my own business I'm running behind the scenes. So I'm doing a lot of stuff. And this right here, what I'm doing as far as this Kanika case, I was really called out of doing a lot of stuff that I was doing. I was already multitasking. And this Kanika case right here for me is more spiritual than it is anything. So when God called me out to do this right here, it's just like, y'all, it takes some energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? It takes for him to fill me up, and it also drains a lot of energy from me, to where I don't even want to do a lot of, my other stuff at home sometimes, like my housework and, work on my other stuff I have going on the side, because I'm just drained and tired, you know. That's the reason why I don't play with nobody that play with this case. So if y'all wonder why I'm so emotional about, that's another reason why I'm so emotional when it comes to this case. Because it's like you playing with my damn life too. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I think a lot of people that have time to sit on YouTube and play around and joke around and stuff like that, they just don't have no life. I'm just the opposite. I swear to y'all. I swear to y'all. Anyway, hey Shavon. Hands. Hey Hands. I think Trump is Jesus. Hands, you about to get ready to get blocked. Okay, like right now, because I think I'm about to start getting a lot of trolls and stuff. So we not gonna call Trump Jesus. We not even gonna go there. Um, I'm still new at this, so I really don't even know how to block your ass. But as soon as I figure it out, you out of here. Okay, because evidently you're just somebody that just was sent to be a distraction. Y'all notice the more truth we get out, the more distractions that's gonna come. As soon as I figure out how to block his ass, he gone. No worry, it's nothing. Put user in timeout. High user on this channel. Okay, I got his ass. We got him up out of here. We got him up out of here. That's what we not gonna do. Because I don't even need, wrenches and all that shit. I'll just literally stop what I'm doing and I'll figure out how to block and remove you. You see what I'm saying? Because you run nothing over here. I'm not afraid of you. I really don't care about you. You just a distraction. You just like a flea on a dog. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put some front line on your ass and get rid of you. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna be a little Q&A session. I decided to do this little Q&A session because I realized, a lot of people that's connected to me have a lot of questions. Like I said, I'm operating 3 public pages. And then I had the group too. So I get a lot of questions and my emails, blow up. And so I said, you know what? Today I'm just gonna do a simple afternoon talk, with my fam and do a Q&A session. And we could just get all these questions out, on one live and maybe something huge might come out of that. Revelations or anything, you never know. But I said that's what I do, so we can just all talk together. All right. But back to what I was saying as far as the group, I don't want nobody to get offended if I remove you or have removed you. I know a lot of people just don't have time, and some people really don't want to touch this case like this. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, you know. But as far as that group, we need a secret place for our team to meet and get to work. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So with no offense to the ones that I remove, I still love you. I still want you to be a part of our team because it's not about me. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I have to still protect Kanika's name and this case. If I really want justice for her. So I feel like no offense to nobody, but I'm really doing what I'm supposed to be doing for her and to protect this case. So we just gonna keep that group very small and very private and make sure we got some soldiers up in there. Period. And everybody else that don't really want to get their hands dirty, support from the outside. Your support still means everything to us. We still appreciate that. But the group is seriously it have to be some soldiers getting together and doing what we gotta do to put this stuff together and put this stuff to rest. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, so let's do a Q&A. Drop some questions. If you guys have some questions for me, because I want to make sure everybody is pretty much caught up. I really do believe with all my might that we are ahead of the game. Okay, in life, I have always been a little bit light years ahead of time. I swear I have. Okay, everything I'm saying to y'all can definitely back it up. I have always been light years ahead of time. I really do believe that we are really ahead of time. I believe we are ahead of the game, and I believe we should know really what's going on and some. And some. Like, we are really getting breakdowns of her life. And nobody is telling us this shit. We seeing it. The Lord is illuminating her life. He's showing it because he wants this information out. So I don't think we should, where we at right now, as far as our team and our family, we shouldn't have to go troll nowhere else and ask nobody else no questions because we should really have those answers. If anything, they should be asking us. And what we'll see is a consistent catch up amongst other people, trying to play catch up, and putting out just little irrelevant shit just to say we caught up and we have something when really they don't. Because if you don't have answers, you don't have shit. Period. That's just how I feel. And y'all know I keep it real. If you don't have no answers, you ain't really got shit. I'm sick of you showing me shit. Like, I'm really sick of it. Who's sick of being shown shit and nobody really telling me what the hell I'm looking at for real, or why I'm looking at this shit, or what do this shit really mean that I'm looking at? Drop a one if you tired of that shit. So what I'm tired of seeing is our people who, we really been praying day and night. Our team been working behind the scenes day and night. I'm tired of seeing our people going over there trolling somebody else's damn page, asking questions as if they don't already have the answers to that shit. This shit is disappointing. Now, I have a lot of new subs, so if I do come at y'all like, you sorry, tell me, like, I'm new at this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, but I get asked a lot of day one shit when we on next level shit. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So I am going to look at some people like, are you purposely trying to hold me back like a first grader, motherfucker? Let me graduate. Especially if you've been around for a while and you know me and you know the way I climb rocks. Let me move. Don't try to hold me back. So that's I get to looking at stuff. I'm a different type of species. I get to looking at shit funny, and I really don't have time at the same time to help nobody stay caught up or catch up. If you really want to know what happened to that girl, I feel like you would make sure your ass is caught up. The teacher never talks during the test. Period. Like, I don't know what you expect. Like, it's some things that you will have to actually seek and find on your own and gain an understanding on your own. So that's just the way I feel about that. Hey, Angie B TV. Hey, Dana. Hey, Dana. I seen my John was in the building. But we could do a Q&A, and whatever you guys have to ask me, ask me now, and we can get it all out as a team, just to make sure we all kind of caught up and on one accord. Because right now, behind the scenes, our team is on the next level, y'all. We looking into some even deeper shit, and we making connections. We connecting the dots, and we have literally been doing that since I closed out that last live. Like, it literally, I'm telling y'all, like, God is taking us somewhere, and it's not backwards. Who believe it ain't backward? I mean, he just don't move like that, and neither do us. Neither do we. So I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. If y'all have anything to ask, right now at this point, no questions is dumb, because we've been misled and deceived for a long time. So it's not that I think your questions is stupid or dumb, because shit, I had them same questions. And we have been deceived and misled for a long time. It's just the fact I don't have time to keep going from email to inbox answering questions. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this Q&A. If you have anything you want to ask me. What I believe about it, because I really don't know everything 100%. But I do believe we dead on. And I do believe whatever it is we need to know, I believe he'll give it to us. Period. I believe he'll give it to us. That's just the God that I serve. I have, whenever I'm walking in obedience, whenever I'm doing, trying to do right and walking in his will, I promise y'all, I can ask whatever I will and it'll be given to me. Same with you. I just want, if you don't know that already, you can ask whatever you will and it'll be given to you. So, we'll get the answers. All right, I'm gonna read some of this chat. Y'all can drop whatever y'all want to drop in there, and maybe we could build from there. I agree. I'm looking at things different now since the recent videos. Yes, Dana, I had to look at everything differently, so differently. I'm on this journey with y'all. Believe me, I'm on this journey with y'all. the ones that say, that message me and say, well, Malika, I've backed away from the case for a while because my head was just spinning, and but I'm right back in the game. I was there with you too. I backed away from it too. For those that say, I had a lot of sleepless nights and I went through a lot, I was there too. I'm there. I can agree. For those that say this just made them sick to their stomach, my spirit gets sick. So I agree. I'm with you. I think that God really sends us people that really, you know, somebody to lead that really understands and really can connect with the people. Like that's the kind of person that Jesus was, coming to this earth, being able to connect with humans, with people. You know what I'm saying? With a divine spirit, but being able to being able to connect with human emotions. And I had to go through this same stuff in order to be able to connect with y'all. So I get it. I totally get it. Great job with the FB house cleaning, Malika. We need real team players, not watchers. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, if you just sitting back reading everything and absorbing everything, and you not only do this on my channel or my page, you do this on everybody else's too, then you should have something to bring to the table. I mean, even if it's some shit you just question it. You know what I'm saying? You should have something to bring to the table because you've done enough trolling and gathering to bring something to the table. So at that point, I'm gonna say, okay, well, this person just watching, you know, whether you cheer me on or not, at the end of the day, it's still kind of trolling. You know what I'm saying? It's not helping the case. It's not, because you gathering all the information, but what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Or what are you trying to do with it? What is your purpose? Do you plan on doing anything with it? That's what I want to know. And when I said, I was gonna do no trolls and no clowns, I meant it. I don't mess with trolls, and I don't mess with clowns. Because I don't have to. I'm not here for them. Hey, open minds. I'm with you, Malika. Good job, Angie TV. And I'm with you too, honey. Your name is new to me, but I remember you. Yes, definitely. It's Irene and KJ cousins. I never heard of that, Tia. I don't believe that Irene and KJ is related at all. Saw your picture and it said we started off as friends but found out we're cousins. Well, share that picture because the hood is small, so you can be related to somebody because y'all got the same cousin. Okay, so if this true that Arnisha is her name Arnisha, if it's true that this person is actually Kanika cousin and Irene cousin, they can be cousin because they have a mutual cousin. You know what I'm saying? So that can be a possibility. I'm not going to rule that out at all. That could be a possibility because the hood is small, and you can be related to somebody who's related to somebody. So that could be true. I know everybody has talked about it already, but I still don't understand why and if that is a fake Kanika in a bathroom with Monifa. Well, Bossy T, the reason why I feel like it is because I feel like they wanted to create a drunk girl theory. I don't think that Kanika even really got a chance to get there, enjoy herself, and be drunk because I believe she walked into a situation where it was ops from the very beginning. So I believe she was on her P's and Q's because the only time I really see her in them lives is when she's just like standing there looking, and really don't want her face on the camera. And I'm believing she didn't want her face on the camera because she had a man during that time. And if you look at what Tax Free said in his status, Tax Free actually wrote a status and said, if I didn't get locked up during that time, she wouldn't have went to that party because she became a homebody. Okay, when she got with her dude, she became a homebody and she laid up under him a lot. You see what I'm saying? Like he ran the streets and shit like that. She became a homebody. So I believe that her hat and her face and stuff is because she didn't mess with that crew. She didn't mess with that clique, and she ended up getting bamboozled into going into that party. So I believe they got a lot of those images of these lookalikes and stuff to really create their theory. You know, to take pictures with the lookalike next to the fifth of Hennessy and looking like she having fun and having a good time. And when I see Truth, I don't see Kenneka in that room having fun and having a good time. I see her really trying to stand guard, but end up getting snatched the fuck up out of there. That's just what I see. Hey Malika, did you see that live with Kenneka and the guy that was live kept putting the camera on her? She kept running from the camera. And when I was watching the comments on live, and someone said, look at Kenneka and J4K, how that was possible when she was alive. I didn't see that, Million. I can't even comment on it because I haven't seen it. So if you can, email me that. malikasworld@gmail.com, girl. Email me that. Okay, but you have to make sure that the comments was actually in red. If the comment in red, then that means that some comments was made while that person was on live. Okay, because you can actually still comment on somebody live even after they went off air. Okay, so we have to look for that too. And it's a lot of deception in that. A lot of shit was, being brought out saying, "Oh, look, this person commented this on live," and they didn't. The shit was, certain comments was made and it was in gray because it was made after they had already ended their broadcast. Okay, so she was ever at the hotel that night. Yeah, Boss T, I believe she was at the hotel. I believe she went to the hotel. That's why we here today. Okay. Oh, Malika, we now have proof that Zach was at the hotel. I got pictures for you. Yeah, I seen the pictures. We already knew that though. We basically already knew that. Now we just got the proof to build our evidence. But we already knew he was there, right? Yep, we already knew. I got him too, John. Somebody sent it to me too. But I'm not gonna lie, Zach. Right now, I'm trying to figure out some stuff about Zach. I'm trying to figure some stuff out about Zach so I can really connect him to the actual plan, to the actual thing, or was he there? First of all, Zach is opportunity. Zach is opportunity. Zach is trying to find whatever way to get in so he can turn around and make and create some shit out of that. You see what I'm saying? So I really want to find out how he was. Y'all know how I am. I don't want to just say somebody was in it. I like to get to nitty gritty of shit. I want to find out why you was brought in it. What was you brought in it to do? That I like to dig deep. I like to chop shit up into cube steaks. I'm biting. So I want to know more about Zach's involvement, enrollment. Why was he there? All that shit. So why I keep saying enrollment? His role in it. Shit, I want to know all of that. I changed my name. What was your name? I believe I heard that Irene's sister is somehow related to Kenneka. Probably through that girl, because that girl is probably Irene's sister's cousin. Like we never know, but at the end of the day, if they cousins or not, shit, and she got something to do with this setup, her ass gonna go down. So she should have been a loyal ass cousin, and really is all we know. That's what she should have been. I believe that too. She was more for her BS than the party crowd. She did. She became more for her boyfriend than she became the party. If you notice, like if y'all read a lot of Kenneka recent comments for those that really been looking into her and trying to follow shit, to me it looked like she really had matured. If y'all had a if y'all and you see Rico actually said too, you are the mature one out the crowd. It looked like she had really matured. Okay, now I'm not at some point, yeah, she was out in the street, she was hanging on the corner, she was doing it, but at some point, like she started to mature. Apply for just she got her nude boo. You know what I'm saying? She hung out at the crib. She just started applying for new jobs. It's like she just started maturing to me. Good afternoon, everybody. Shout out to Malika. I'm listening. And my question: do you believe they killed her on September the 6th? I don't know. I believe that we really don't have enough proof of that. We really don't. And like I said, if we was to see a parking, see my theory, and this is still really a theory, but my theory is that she had that parking ticket because Irene probably had a party from the night of her birthday, brought her shit in. You know what I'm saying? Had that shit for a whole week, a few days. She probably went up there with them, probably to get high, get drunk, whatever. She could use that same ticket to get back in later on that night. So some shit could have went down, or the next day, or whatever, and we could be seeing a reenactment or a cover up from that. It's so many different ways you can look at it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just like really another theory of mine. So it really could have happened on the 6th, and that's the reason why we got the parking ticket of the 6th. But the parking ticket says a early date, a early time on there. So I was thinking like, well, damn, I just know from my experience, when I had hotel rooms parked, because I did too, for my birthday, I would have them for the weekend. I would never just get it for a day, for a couple of hours. I would never. I can't even. I don't even remember going to somebody's room party where they only rented the shit for a couple of hours. Like if my birthday fell on a weekend, we get it for the weekend. If my shit was on a Wednesday and I didn't have to work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it was going down from Wednesday to Saturday. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like I never know nobody just rent a room just for that day for a couple hours. And it was like, what, 3 different people's birthdays? So that kind of throws me off a little bit. And a time, how everything just happened so fast. Everybody showed up at the party late and everybody left not too long after. Because nobody was really there when Kenneka went missing. So I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, it just don't add up. It just don't add up whatsoever. So I'm just saying it's a possibility. It's a strong possibility, but we just really don't have the facts right now to really prove that and make it a fact and not a theory. But that was a good question. Zach even said at one point he wanted to do a movie about it. I'm sure he has opportunities. Like I see that all day. I know dudes in the hood like that. They're straight up opportunities. And every time they hear about or even know about some shit going down, they want a part of it. See, I want to know, is that who Zach is, or is Zach actually one of them? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't want to just put, we already knew he was there. Me, myself, already knew he was there. Okay, because if y'all can remember, Zach actually confessed to being there. Remember I said Zach had put some shit on. Remember, it was the Bad Barbie. I don't know if she's still on YouTube, but when the case first came out and she was following Zach's ass. And Zach said, my BD, he tried to throw the BDs into it. He said, my BD boys touched her, but we didn't kill her. Remember that, y'all. So Zach admitted to being there. He was FaceTiming with Peasy one time and saying some shit. Remember, y'all. So he already admitted to being there. Now we actually just had the pictures to prove it. So somebody had sent me the pictures and stuff too last night. But like I said, I have already been looking into his involvement and who he is, period. So the pictures just really, help us stand, as far as our case. But other than that, I already knew he was there. I think Zach is the director of reenactment. That is so possible. Because you know what, now that I actually said in the beginning when I first started doing videos that I thought that it was a possibility that Zach could have edited them kids' lives. That he could have actually helped Ty edit his lives. It just seemed like he's really knowledgeable about that kind of stuff, about him doing filming, editing, and all that type of shit. So yeah, I'm sure he wanted to turn this case, or he wanted to turn this shit when he first probably heard about it and heard about the plan. He like, hell yeah, all type of shit was probably going through Zach's head that night when he went to sleep. I could turn this shit into a book, a movie, or everything, because he already feel like he the man, of Chicago, because he had project. So this was was this just another project for Zach? Like, we have to actually know that. Was this another project for Zach, or did he actually benefit from it? You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to know about Zach. Why did the police keep uploading videos? Because the police was paid off. And the police didn't want to have shit to do with that gang. That's the deep ass gang. You gotta understand, they got more gang members than Rosemont have residents. And they, on top of that, they was probably paid off. by both the gangs and the hotel. So that's what I believe. I mean, the police they extort the people all the time. The city of Chicago, Illinois, they extort people. They are the biggest extorters ever. Y'all got to understand that out of every state, they are the biggest extorters ever. They just want money. That's all they want is money. They had anybody shit. They covered dope niggas cases if they got the right money. Please feel that. So to everybody else, it was a big shocker that they covered this shit up. But to me, it really wasn't because they do this shit all the time. I know some people, if you pay the right price, they'll make shit go away. That's just how it is. And on top of that, a lot of people don't want no drama. That city is the war zone. And them motherfuckers could have took Rosemont out one by one. So I don't think they wanted the heat, and I think the hotel probably even paid them off, so they can do the reenactment, all that shit. And it was just everybody working together. Everybody working together to just make this shit smooth sailing and to make our theories just look right so we could present it to the news. Drunk girl, one room, multiple gangs, multiple people. See what I'm saying? It's just for news. It's just for the news. The news do this shit all the time. But if you take that news shit and you dissect it up, you'll realize it ain't exactly what the fuck they make it seem. Because some crooked people behind the scenes that's just money hungry and would do anything for money. They will create stories for money. They will cover shit up for money. They will make shit go away for money. You know what I'm saying? And, even when you're talking about organs and stuff like that, what do they get out of it? They get money. It's all about money. A motherfucker ain't just selling your organs for fun. It's for money. Everything is based off money. The god of this world is Mullah. His name is Mullah. Okay? I'm just saying. And they would even organize crime for that money. They would have a business, a smooth sailing business for money. Because money brings power. And that's what they ultimately want, the power. Okay, money and power. That's what that shit is about, y'all. But the police, they big at that. All they want is money. They the bottom feeders, the bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? So they real easy to shit. You could pay a judge off. Hello, you can pay judges off. Y'all know y'all can pay police off with no problem. That's just basic information. I'm just telling you. I mean, it's like that in the neighborhood all the time, and especially in Chicago. There was a video of Zach in the car, and he acted like it was a female sitting in the passenger seat cussing her out, and the way he presented himself made me think how he would really do a woman. Well, if you look into the life of any of these thugs, I'm pretty sure you probably wouldn't like the way they do their women. They thugs. They not family. I mean, I'm not gonna say they not family men, but it's a difference between a thug and a street dude and a family man. You see what I'm saying? Family man might have a little chivalry. He might treat his women a little bit better. Zach may be well dressed. He may have one foot in the political arena. He might be an opportunist, but at the end of the day, he's still a thug. You get what I'm saying? He's still a thug. That's just the way I see it. So that wouldn't surprise me either. Hey, Ethic Radio. Hey, Casey. Let me see. I think he benefited from it because now he around real MTV directors. I heard about that, but I haven't really seen no proof that he actually got an MTV deal. I haven't seen any proof about that. Do y'all think that they would have to have permission to release a movie out about her? I mean, can anybody just do that? without like her mother's permission, her family's permission to do that? I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. FXT, maybe you could tell us, is that possible for somebody to just release a movie out about her? Or if they do that, they probably couldn't use her name, right? Without having her mother's consent. I don't know. Oh, you've been checking me out. Thank you for your support, Essie. Thank you for your support. I don't know. These lives be draining me. I promise y'all be getting so drained. Well, when I do the other ones, because I have to really get into my stuff, my work. And then when I do the live, y'all know I'm slow working the stuff and trying to show y'all the pictures and all that. So by the time I do that, I'll be drained. So I'm like every other day, every 2 days, I come on and go live or something. I think her mom can sue if it just be. I think so too. I think so too. I think so too. I just really don't see no big contract with MTV right now. If not, I mean, if that do happen, then we know that her mother had to consent to that. And I don't know if that's possible, y'all. It'd be some shit in the game. I'm telling y'all, I would start looking at her mother a whole different way if she gives Zach the rights to that movie, to make a movie and I would look at her a whole different way. I promise you. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. I'm just gonna tell y'all that now. I would be sad-adding the hell out of Miss Teresa. For real. So I don't really know. I know there's some talk about it, but I don't think nobody really proves that. We see cameras and stuff being followed in Chicago. Let me tell y'all something. Chicago make a lot of movies. I told y'all that. They make a lot of films. They make a lot of music. I think that is like they have a lot of talent that came out of Chicago. Don't get me wrong. R. Kelly, Jennifer Hudson, I can go on and on. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of underrated. I mean, it's a lot of what is it called? Like overlooked talent there too. A lot of overlooked talent there too. Just like in Detroit, it's a lot of people that made it, but at the same time, it's a lot of talented people that you know that still struggling artists. So a lot of times you will see cameras. It's people out there that's really trying to make it. But what I didn't see. Pay attention and peep was MTV cameras. I didn't see an MTV van. That's what I didn't see. That's what I was looking for to confirm to me that was MTV following him around. You see what I'm saying? I didn't see that. So I don't just roll with everybody punches. You see what I'm saying? I'm from the show me state. So I can't say for a fact, yeah, nah. I don't believe that. I believe it when I see it, should I say. They do need consent from people if they are portraying her in the movie. I thought so, John. I thought so. We would have known if it was MTV. We would have thought MTV then. And believe me, people love to flash. Like that's huge. That's huge to have a deal with MTV to make this movie. Zach would have had he probably would have had that shit as a profile picture. He would have had MTV as a profile picture. He would have had all on his page a copy of his contract. Y'all would have been watching every MTV. Y'all would have seen the van. Y'all would have seen the cameraman with the big ass MTV on a microphones. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? I just don't believe the hype. I just do not believe the hype. People be lying, Angie B. I'm sorry. People just be but I just believe when I see it. He was like, he could call me out on it. So I don't know. Okay, million. They wouldn't even consider any of these information regarding KJ. Show me stay in the house. Shit, I'm from Michigan. I'm a Michigander, okay? We is from the show me state. You gotta show us some shit. For real. But you gonna have to make that shit make sense. Period. Make it make sense for us. We ain't gonna just buy anything. I think it was probably a Michigander that busted Bow Wow ass and was like, no, you wasn't on no damn jet. We see you right here in the public plane. I bet you that was a Michigander because we on stuff. Like, we see stuff. Shit, and we like, prove it. Okay, y'all got more questions about the case? Ask me something. Yes, I do believe this was a Vice Lord setup all day. I do believe it was some cover ups. Yes, I do believe some people was paid off. Yes. Do I think that that's really out of the ordinary? No. What I believe is really out of the ordinary is the way they set that shit up. I think that it was really somebody smart that masterminded that shit. That's just how I feel about it. But do I believe that the situation and everything that is different? No. Another thing I'm gonna throw out there too. We actually believe we have a motive as to why Kanika was like F Rico, splurged the money and went on about her life and, moved on and went to another boyfriend. Because remember, Rico was only doing a year in jail. He only did a year. So it's not like she couldn't have held him down for a year, right? It's not like he had some hard times. But think about this, y'all. We even believe we have a motive as to why she was like, forget you. I'm about to move on. And it is what it is. When you think about it, Rico did not only have Mariah pregnant or baby by Mariah, he also, right before he went to jail, he also had that girl who was actually her friend or a friend. I think her name is Shanika or Shati. He had her pregnant too. So just what if, while Rico was in jail, Kanika heard that Shatika was pregnant. Shanika, whatever the girl name is, was pregnant. Now, think about it, women. Don't y'all think that will really mess you up as a woman? Like that really was scoring the hell out of you. Like, and somebody I know, somebody I'm cool with, you got her pregnant. And they was actually, remember, Kanika and that girl was beefing for a minute. Right? So we thinking, that's like a real strong motive as to why she would have kept the money and just really moved on with her life and left him. Because like I said, he was not serving no hard time as if she couldn't hold him down. It seemed like something had to go down. Something had to happen. Not to mention, he was probably already just a horrible boyfriend anyway, but some shit had to really happen for her to say, you know what? Fuck that nigga. I'm done. You get what I'm saying? So, and then when we look at the timeline, and then we also consider the fact that she was beefing with that baby mama, and I don't know if they was friends before, but they still could have had like Irene as certain people as a mutual, Bree for one as a mutual friend. You see what I'm saying? But somebody that she knew, somebody that she was close to, could have been friends with, got pregnant by her boyfriend, and she had just lost the baby. Thank you, Jesus. Make it make sense. She had just lost the baby. That's the woman's scorn. I'm making it make sense for you. If anybody wants to say, why would she even take his money? That is a woman's scorn. Do y'all hear me? I'm just saying that's a strong possibility and a strong motive, y'all. Just think about it. The timeline add up. And on top of that, I mean, that's just like a reality ass situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a reality situation. You like, damn, really, as a woman, I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Where I had to hold somebody down or found some shit out while he was locked up and was like, forget you. May have not made that same move, but I understand what it is to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of get that. So I'm like, that can be a motive as to, why she even took the money and left Rico and dumped him. And I want to also point this out to y'all. I believe that this is something that God put in my heart to point out to y'all. Thank you. So when I first moved to this new neighborhood, okay, as a teenager, I hooked up with this dude. I'm, new in the neighborhood. I hooked up with this dude. Okay, and I was introduced to like the rest of the hood, the rest of the neighborhood, and his people, his friends, as his girl. Follow me. So even though these people didn't know my name, didn't know me personally, I was such girl. People would see me at the store, be like, what up, what up? Who is that? Oh, I'm going to make up a name. I'm going to say a name because I really don't want to say his name for real, but let's say Sean. Oh, that's Sean's girl. Okay. So I was always known as Sean's girl in his neighborhood because I was new to the neighborhood and nobody really knew me outside of Sean. So for the longest, I went by Sean's girl. I didn't really have a relationship with Sean's friends because Sean kind of kept me away from being too friendly with his friends. So they really known me really as just Sean's girl. Are y'all following me? Hey, Bin Laden. So the point of me saying that is when you know, around a certain, when you new to the neighborhood and you around a certain individual, and he the one that kind of pretty much bring you out, flip you, bring you into the light, show you off, whatever you want to call it. A lot of times people recognize you and know you as such and such girl. Period. They don't even have to know you like that. They just know you as such and such girl. When such and such get locked up, guess what, ladies? If you want to be with a dope boy, you don't gain your identity back, boo. You still such and such girl. While such and such is in jail serving that time, motherfuckers still walking around saying, oh yeah, that was such and such girl. Hello, is anybody in here witnessing with me? Drop me a one if anybody in here feeling me. Please drop me a one. And motherfuckers be feeling like you supposed to hold such and such down because you such and such girl and we met you through such and such. Outside of such and such, we ain't got no love for you. We don't know you. We don't care about you. We don't fuck with you. You such and such girl. That's who you are, and that's who the fuck you gonna be. Period. To us. Am I speaking facts or not? Let me know. Sometimes I get tired of being such and such girl because such and such ain't did shit for me in the whole 2 years this nigga been locked up. So please understand who I am and stop calling me that. And now I want to move on to maybe a nigga across the way, across the avenue, on the other side, who don't know y'all. God, please feel me. This is my life. Yet I can literally talk to y'all about my life and y'all can see what the fuck I'm going through. I swear to God. I want to be with such and such. I don't even want to deal with another nigga around y'all neighborhood because in this neighborhood, I'm known as such and such girl. So in order for me to redeem myself and you know have an identity of my own, I don't even want to mess with nobody over here. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna step outside the hood and maybe go meet me somebody else. Because a lot of times a real woman, a real girl, she have a little bit more dignity than to go running through the whole, you know, I'm gonna leave him, break up with him, and then start messing with his boy. So she have a little bit more dignity. She take her little hoish ways outside the hood. Is anybody with me? I'm gonna leave the hood so I don't become a hoe. And all these niggas want to hit me now that my man is locked up. I'm sure. I'm sure. But I'm gonna take my little hoish ways over here. And so when you do, when you get you a real one, you get you a real one and say, I don't want you out there in the streets with me. You sit at home. Be a lady. Look cute. Get your hair done. You know, do you. Hang out with your girls. But I don't want you in the streets with me. I'll take care of the street life. I don't want you out there with me. And you try to get a different sense of life. And you like, damn, this shit feel good just to be able to sit back and have my man out there and come bring me a steak and lobster dinner from Starters. Like, this shit feel good. And I ain't got to go out there and hustle with them. Hello. And so now you doing you, probably at your best. But now you still got to worry about these motherfuckers over there. They used to call you such and such girl. Now you got to worry about all these hating motherfuckers over there on the other side that don't want to see you make it. Jesus. Now you got to worry about these people over there that don't want you to win for real, for real. So now the girls start coming back around you. They start trying to get you out the house. They want to pull you back out into your old lifestyle, your old ways and shit. Is anybody following me? Niggas over there talking about you. She fucking with the op. She didn't flip-flop. That hoe ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. Niggas singing that shit. The song probably came out. Niggas singing that shit. So you decide, okay, I made friendships with these people. I live over here. Well, at least, mom do now. I gotta see them. I still got it. So I want to keep the peace with them. I still got to interact with them. Maybe not as much, but I still want to keep the peace with them. So you do that. And all along, you find out the love that you have for these people, they don't have that love for you. You trying to keep the peace. You trying to keep a friendship. You trying to establish something with these people, and they don't have that with you. All along, they talking behind your back. Hello? They talking behind your back. They probably planned plenty of rapes on your ass. They probably planned to do plenty of shit, but the shit just couldn't take off right. Because either you didn't show up or you was with your man. Let's make sense of that. They probably been wanting to get you because first of all, where that nigga money at? And second of all, oh, now you over here. So they was probably trying to catch you or catch up with you. But realize if we're going to do this shit, we're going to do it right. We're going to get our ass in one place. See, what I see with this whole Kanika story is a lot of fake love, a lot of fake friendships. I see a lot of fakeness behind it, and that's why I got to digging into the friends. That's why I got to digging into her surroundings, okay? Because, in the beginning, we kept saying, like, as a group, once we go together, we lead together. Y'all have to understand, they wasn't at a club with a bunch of strangers. Hello. They was at a hotel with a bunch of so-called neighborhood people, friends. So I got to looking at her surroundings. I started looking at her come up, her life, her neighborhood, her growing up, what she repped, what was in her heart, what wasn't. And so much came out of that. So much came out of that. Like I said, I believe I was chosen to speak on Kanika for a purpose. Like I seriously have already went through my test of time. I already lived it out and wondered back then, why was I going through it? Now I get it. Now I really get it. So start going around these people, hanging around these people, because you're trying to keep a friendship, a connection with your girl, and you genuinely have love for them. But at the same time, you're in a relationship, so you're probably not around as much. You're probably not around as much. We have a few laughs to be like, oh yeah, she hung around them. She was there around them, but there's a time period where we really don't have lives and we really don't know what it was like from March. Was it March off? From March to like September, we really don't have nothing like far as lives and shit like that. So we really don't know if that was like her cooling off period and trying not to be hanging out so much but under her boo. Y'all see what I'm saying? We really don't know. So the way I look at the situation is that it was a lot of fake love, and it was a lot of different reasons they could have set her up, but money being a main motive, but on top of that, and bitch, you over there messing with the op. Whew. And I'm seeing as far as the girls. Okay, let me explain something to y'all too that I think I want to bring out to y'all that might be a revelation for y'all. I don't know if y'all noticed this though, but the girls as a group, okay, they're a group of girls, they are a group of friends. Okay. When one of them go with a guy, they hook that girl up with the guy. That's how it normally is. Okay. So with this group of girls, you see the same thing. You see Kanika go with Rico. Shamaya go with Rico's best friend Jay Weenie. Not Shamaya. Bree Bree go with Rico's best friend Jay Weenie, which is Trey Jermaine. He's Trey Jermaine Page. Shamaya go with their other friend, Rico's brother cousin, Birdie. So you see the three girls in a relationship with the three boys. That's really tight, right? The three boys are Vice Lord, Shamaya, Bree Bree, and Kanika are Vice Lords. So you got and they go with three. Do y'all see what I'm saying? You got their little connection, their little thing right there. What really stood out to me was Monifa. I was like, damn, was Monifa kicking it with a Vice Lord, or was she like the lonely one? Like, was she the one that didn't have the man? Like, you know, what that really stood out to me, the fact that they had a circle where all their girls go with a best friend. Are y'all kind of following me? And I did, and also too, don't let me forget Irene. Irene, I don't know if Irene was always the Vice Lord. I believe she just got flipped, but Irene started messing with a Vice Lord. She started screwing a Vice Lord. So she was also messing with, I just don't know which one, because she actually put on a book she had never tell them. You know, she had never really exposed who it is. But I got an idea of which Vice Lord she messing with. But Irene is messing with one of them too. So he might be a close one to the other three guys. So it really stood out to me is the fact that Monifa, you know, it don't look like she had a boyfriend, you know, that was one of them like the other girls did, or we didn't hear about it. Last boyfriend we heard was Tolliver. I think that was in 2015, 16, 15. That was the last time we heard of her relationship. Um, and then we wasn't even sure she was even a Vice Lord. So I really got the question that really stood out to me. So as I'm talking to my people behind the scenes, I'm like, Monifa loyalty would have been tested that night. Like if she wanted to get in, you know, for me, that would have been like an initiation for me, like for her to be able to prove herself, if y'all get what I'm saying. Because if she wasn't really screwing nobody and she wasn't really one herself, to me, that would have been her way to prove herself, if y'all get what I'm trying to say. That would have been a way for her to like get initiated in and prove herself. And I also believe that was initiation. I had said this before for Irene, and I'm gonna back that up with saying, because I believe Irene was screwing a Vice Lord, but she actually wasn't one. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I believe she fell in love with one. She starts, and she actually said on a post like, "Damn, I didn't fail for one, and I didn't turn into a dog." And I think somebody said that's their little sign or symbol or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so she started screwing one. So of course it makes you think like, you know, was Irene really trying? Was she really getting initiated in? And like, was she actually wanted to be one herself and not just be screwing one? And with Monifa, I can see really a lot of jealousy that all three of my girls is really a part of this clique. They mess with this clique tough. Like they in it for real, for real. Like they mess with them tough. And it was probably a lot of shit that they was sharing amongst themselves. They couldn't tell Monifa because Monifa really wasn't a Vice. I've always said from the beginning, I believe that Irene and Monifa got initiated into that shit that night. I've always said that, and now that I'm looking at it from a broader scale, I really believe that, because now I can really connect some shit that makes sense. I'm gonna figure out why she walking around the hotel with that shoe in her hand. I'm gonna make that shit make sense for y'all. I bet y'all. I bet y'all they got something to do with a fucking ritual or initiate or something that she had to do. I'm looking into a lot of stuff, but I bet you it was something crazy that she probably had to do. I don't know, but it's something that explains that. Trust me. And if Irene got a black eye, I'm telling y'all, I believe her ass probably got hit by one of them females that Ty brought in. I felt like from the beginning that both them girls was initiated that night. And now that I look at the circle and I break that motherfucker down, I chop that circle up, and I'm like, damn, you got three girls with three guys. The other bitch stand out like an eyeball because don't nobody probably really want to screw her. So she's probably the one that's always hanging around the crew, but want to be down so damn bad and will really do anything, including set her own friend up to be down with them so damn bad. And I'm looking at the other one, she's screwing one, so she want to be down too. How do I really flip from what the fuck I was, which I believe was the GD. How do I flip from this to that? Do y'all see what I'm saying? I believe them two girls was really initiated into it, and I believe the other two girls, as far as Brittany and Shamaya, they was already vice lords. So if a nigga called that play and said they had to do it, they had to do it. Period. Now you got all four girls' involvement. In case anybody would ask me any questions about that, I just broke down all four girls' involvement and why. Let's make this shit make sense. We got another devil in here. I don't know. I ain't even thinking about him. You know, you see, I wasn't even thinking about him. Didn't even realize he was in here. Just kept speaking, spitting truth, and you see the devil fled. So sometimes you ain't got to say nothing. And if I catch his ass again, I'll block him. Someone said, "Hi, sister slap KJ the Power." I do believe that they hit them girls. I believe if Irene got that black eye, that's probably why. And a lot of people want to say, you know, well, Dak punched her. If a man would have punched Irene, she would have more than just a black eye. She would have been knotted up, especially somebody like Dak. Like, let's make it make sense. It was a girl that hit her in her eye. That's the reason why she went from looking really cute to putting her sunglasses on and doing her little operation, what she was supposed to do that night, because that wasn't a good look for Irene, and that was her birthday. So you know what I'm saying. Like, and another thing I realized too, everybody normally create flyers and shit nowadays for their party, especially a 21st. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even really promoted as a 21st birthday party. Irene know it was a game, and she know she had to play that shit. But at the same time, I believe what we actually saw, and this is just my belief, you know, that what we actually saw was probably a female that hit her ass. Because I think if a dude would hit her ass, you would have saw more than just a black mark around her ass. That bitch would have been lumped up, swollen up, all type of shit. That's just my, you know. Whew. Some of these questions, some of this stuff y'all saying, I was gonna stroll right past that shit. Hey, Paint. Hey, Tiffany. I think it's Rob all day. I believe she was initiated into the game that night. I think I said that. Yeah. Siobhan, I didn't. What part was Rob? I really don't even know what role. Role Rob playing the whole thing. I really don't know. You know. I did not see Rob on footage that night. I'm just gonna say that. As far as me myself, I don't just go with what everybody say. I didn't, and if I if I did see him and I didn't realize that was him, I could just say that well, damn, I actually saw him but didn't know it was him. But I cannot make Rob out nowhere at that hotel that night. I don't hear Rob's voice. I never said I heard Rob's voice. I heard somebody else's voice. I felt like, but I don't know what role Rob play in it. So I'm trying not to get steered into a lot of for shit and clout chasing people and all that type of stuff. I'm trying to get steered into all that shit. I'm really trying to just stick with the facts of the people that was involved, why and what they plan on doing, and what happened, so we can get to what happened to this baby. All that other little sad talking and little sad stuff, I don't really deal with that shit. Like, we heard a lot of that stuff from the beginning. If I didn't really see you there and know that you was actually there, did not hear your voice, I'm not gonna just throw you into it because I have a dislike for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not, because I'm not here for that. I don't even have no feelings about you whatsoever until I find out you was involved with her murder. You know what I'm saying? Or, setting her up. Other than that, I don't really have no feelings for you whatsoever. So if we can't really pinpoint him out and say that he was there for a fact, y'all, we should like really cross that raw bridge again when we get there. You know what I'm saying? And just keep moving forward with the 12 suspects that we have, this list that we have, knowing what happened, to KJ, knowing why it happened to KJ, and moving forward from there. Because right now mentally I'm on the next level. I'm working this next level shit. Like, that's where I'm at. And so I'm uncovering so much. So I refuse to go backwards and start looking at people that I don't even know if he was even at the party or if he just liked the attention and y'all fucking said he was at the party. I'm just gonna always keep it real. I don't give a damn who don't like me, who not. I swear I don't care. I swear at the end of the day, when I want to keep it real, I'm just gonna do that. Like, period. I ain't got time to be chasing no what ifs right now. Like, I just don't. You know, if motherfucker don't really stand out to me and I can't really prove that this nigga was there, it's time to move on. It's time to move on, because right now, if y'all know what I know and the shit that I'm looking at right now, if y'all know what I was looking at right now and reading into right now, it's about to tap a lot of shit between that gang, what the fuck they was about to do. Let's ride. Let's go somewhere. And I'm not going in reverse. People are on YouTube playing games, y'all. Because first of all, YouTube is known as a place of entertainment. And a lot of people in the real world don't really fuck with YouTube. For real. A lot of us came to YouTube and really started being YouTubers because of this Kenneka case. But a lot of us, we didn't mess with YouTube. A lot of people think that YouTube is a crock of shit. And the people that's on here is liars and they don't know what they're talking about, whatever. Because it can be like that. You have to really decipher what's real and what's fake on social media, especially on YouTube. If you can't really read a motherfucking story or watch a video on YouTube and tell if that shit is a lie and it ain't nothing but the devil and the truth ain't in it, then you shouldn't be on YouTube. For real. For real. I can watch somebody's video for 5 seconds and I get off. I gave them my view because somebody probably sent me there. For real. And I go there and it don't take me long. So if views was counting, within seconds and stuff, you would have had a 0.2 of my view. And not the whole view. Because I can really detect bullshit right away. I live in a matrix, but I'm not stuck in this motherfucker. I can see all around this boy. I can see all around it. And I never fall so far down a rabbit hole to where I don't know the truth from a lie. I can't stand people that's so damn smart that they actually dumb. That shit just make me so mad. I'll be like, would you build your smart ass back up out that rabbit hole? Because you done sunk too damn low. You didn't forget what reality looked like. I don't like that shit. I mean, me, myself, personally, people ain't about to have me all over the place with this case and shit like that. So I let the people on YouTube that's for the entertainment, I let them do their entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's strictly what they for. And I told y'all from the beginning, I have a problem with double-minded people. People that just really, that's an unstable mind. Like, one minute you like, who? Yes, I know that's right. She was set up, this, that, and the other happened. And then you go and you make a video and you start saying the girl was in protective custody or the girl is still alive. Like, you double-minded to me. And I wouldn't dare pay that no attention, because to me, that shows you the enemy right there. That actually shows you the enemy at work. When you see a double-minded individual, you see the enemy at work. He brings confusion to that case, confusion to the situation. Just pay attention and look at it. Like, damn, you was just what? And now you pay attention. That's the enemy. I ain't no straddling the fence person. I'm really not. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I do, I do. If I know, I know. If I don't, I don't. If I believe it to be true, I'm going to say I believe it to be true. If I'm reaching, I'm going to say I'm reaching. Like, I'm very open with who the fuck I am. It ain't no big mystery to me about me. I cannot stand a double-minded individual. If you don't know what the fuck is going on, sit down and let everybody else figure it out and cheer them on along the way. That's all I'm trying to say. Just cheer them along. But again, y'all got to understand, with YouTube, with social media all together, we're going to get more and more of this. Okay, we're going to have some news being presented to us, and we ain't going to know if that shit is fact or fiction. Because it's gonna have the world's hands in it, especially if it's gonna be a major case, some odd shit that happened and it blow up. So that's why I said to y'all in my last live, like, limit y'all damn YouTubers, because a lot of these people will push that shit. They'll push it on their channel. They need somebody to push it. I'm not here to push that shit. And that's why I like Pain Truth. Pain Truth ain't here to push that shit. She do her own research. She ain't here to push nobody else shit. Hello. Then she called her sister and say she wanted to leave too. Yes, and then that story changed up. You know that story changed up at the last minute. And I believe that's why they didn't want to pull the phone records too, because they would have been caught in a lie. I believe that story changed up because Lenore was actually at that hotel. She could have been at that hotel that night and didn't know that shit was going down like that. Or if not at the hotel within the perimeters, and she probably really feeling that guilt of that shit. But I think that she did for real, and they tried to cover that shit up because they didn't want to make it seem like Lenore purposely, ignored it, or for whatever case maybe. Yeah, they covered that shit up. She did say that shit in the beginning, and I believe it. I look for a lot of they slip ups in the beginning. It's a lot of bullshit that was thrown to us too in the beginning, because literally the people, the guilty party, was behind the scenes having fun, creating shit, and having their favorite YouTubers and discussion groups pushing it out. So it's really hard in the beginning to even decipher what's real and what's fake. But God is really helping me to really look at stuff, really look at them old confessions and old statements and all that shit and try to really decipher. And it could be one word they say that I know that shit is wrong. I know it's a lie. It could be one thing. Ask my people. They'll show me something and be like, look at this. And I can read one thing on there and I can ask them, like, ask yourself this. And they be like, you right. And we call it a lie right away. So people is not even really careful with what they putting out there. They're not even really reading over the shit and looking over the shit. They just putting it out there because it sounds good. You see what I'm saying? But when you have a real motherfucker like me, if it gets to me, I look at your shit and call it a lie all day. I mean, I'm just being for real. I will. And I haven't taken the time to even address the bullshit people on here. I wanted to, but I spoke to John, and John was like, let's just keep getting. John, no, I'm a soldier. Okay, I will fight. I'm a fighter. So John was like, let's just keep getting back to the task at hand. Let's keep getting back to work. Don't pay that shit no matter. I'm telling John, I'm ready to do a lab and call some motherfuckers out again. John, like, don't do it. See, John is like my balance. Because I'll be ready to go ape on some people right through the screen. And he helped balance me, okay? So that's why I kind of like the fire and water type of thing, because he do balance the shit out of me. When I'm on fire, John comes sprinkle his little water. Y'all had no idea how many times I was getting ready to go live and just be lit on people and just call. And John had to say, no, Malika, we're not going to do that. He might crack a little joke on them and be like, we're gonna get right, and have me laughing, and we're gonna get right back to the task at hand. You see what I'm saying? So I need that. Because I don't do fake well at all. I don't do fake well at all, y'all. I'll be ready to seriously, I get into it with somebody for real, just for being fake. Like, I can't stand it. And don't think I'll have people still looking into y'all asses. We got people looking into y'all asses, but I'm just probably I'm a hold on. I ain't gonna just go berserk on you. I'm gonna tame myself. Black pants and black Adidas jacket. That was Lil Ty. Paint truth. Always do my own research regardless. Everyone should, as YouTubers who have a responsibility of true justice. Too many lies out there. Exactly. Exactly. Paint truth. Exactly. And they have to understand, like, really before all of this, these people want to get no attention in the world. I mean, I'm just saying, some of them probably want to get no attention. I mean, you go down their channel, they've been pushing shit for the last past 10 years. Look at their channels, y'all. Have y'all ever just go through somebody's channel and just go all the way down and see how long they've been trying to push shit, how many viewers they was getting back then, how much attention they was getting back then? I mean, have y'all ever just did that? Motherfuckers be having their own talk show, cook show, and everything, and be having 5 views on there and not one comment. And then here it is, they start doing a Kanika case, they finally getting the attention that they never got before. Come on now. They gonna keep feeding y'all if y'all can keep coming back. No matter if it's bullshit or what, they just want you to come back. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself. I have been following this particular person on his case for 7 months, and I'm even more confused than when the fuck I started, or before I even started following them. Like I promise y'all, some of y'all probably say if y'all just had to step back from YouTube, I bet y'all wouldn't have been led through emotional roller coaster, because I know Chosen probably had a lot of. He probably had a lot of motherfuckers on emotional roller coaster. I know some of y'all probably say if I would have just stepped away from YouTube for a minute, I bet you I wouldn't have had to go through all this and come back during a set time when God was ready to reveal it, and not really trying to force my favor, and just understanding it's his will and not my own. Then we wouldn't have had to go through all this, just like it is in real life. If you be patient and wait on the Lord, we don't have to go through all the mishaps and stuff that we go through. See what I'm saying? He's showing us something. He's showing us something. Like, I was gonna give y'all the answers anyway, but y'all wasn't patient. Y'all didn't wait. Y'all didn't wait on me. So therefore, we really put our own selves in situations where we have ourselves confused, and because now we lean on our own understanding. And if not our own understanding, somebody else's understanding, which is even worse. See what I'm saying? And we not fact checking shit, which is worse. So we really just put ourselves through that. We can't blame Chosen or nobody. We can't blame nobody. I cannot blame another grown person for my action and for the stuff that I decide to do. I can't. They frustrate the hell out of me, for trying to deceive me or trying to play with me. But I can't get mad at you, because I should have been smarter than that. I'm a grown ass woman. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta understand, some people is just here for entertainment, and y'all should just watch them for entertainment purposes only. Shit. I did too, Open Mind. I listened to them too. I did too, for a short amount of time, until I just didn't want to listen to them no more. But I knew all along it was. I kind of feel like it was like for me an observation, like it was just like just watch this. You know what I'm saying? And I guess probably that was probably what helped build my passion. So when I came out the first time and spoke to y'all, that's why I was so passionate, because I stepped back and I watched for a minute. I observed for a minute. So I was able to actually see the foolery. But I knew all along it was foolery. I knew all along. So I didn't really get caught into the hype. I was there for entertainment. I would be bored someday. I had a food in the oven and I would have nothing else to do. So I would just watch and laugh, because some people are really funny, and so that was that for me. But when I wanted to figure out what happened to Kanika, I would, get off YouTube and I would just go look myself and do my own stuff, or maybe watch a couple YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, and then do my own stuff. But like I told you in the beginning, I had a few of them that I watched, that I tuned into, and that was it. And I wanted to know so bad on my own that I didn't really wait for them people to show me the way, to give me the answers. I didn't wait for them people. You understand what I'm saying? So I would get off YouTube and I go behind the scenes and I start doing my own stuff. So that's when I started making my own videos. Chosen had people going crazy right along with him. He lost his mind a long time ago, Denise. Some people are just characters, and you have to allow people to be who they are. Some people are just characters, and I can actually, like, when I see people, even at some award shows, I might look and I might see them dressed in a certain way to where, to me, they look like a clown. And I'm like, I would never go to the award show look like, what are you doing? I started to see people as characters. Like, some people are really just portraying themselves as a character. You see what I'm saying? So at that point, now when I see people as characters, the little shit they do don't even really irritate me as much, unless they just all in my face with it. That's one thing that really irritates me, is people being in my face or in my face with they stuff. Other than that, I just know people are characters. People are characters. So I mean, what's your character? What are you supposed to be doing? Who are you? You know, what role you supposed to be playing today? And so I saw him as more of a character who was actually playing a role and feeding a story. Do y'all get me? I see things a little bit different. I never really saw him as a person that was sitting behind the scenes like I am and really telling people. I thought in the beginning he was actually in the very, very beginning, but I told y'all from the beginning what lost me with him was the fact that when we got to the freezer part, that's when I got off YouTube for a minute. Cause I said, okay, man, they didn't put another woman body in the freezer. So at that point, I thought I got to get off for a minute. And I followed, I got off and I came back on and they was on the Rosa Parks lady, you know, and I watched a couple of those with the Rosa Parks lady and I said, Jesus, it's just too much. So I got back off. You see what I'm saying? And but at that part with the Rosa Parks lady, I knew that this was all, you know, I said, this is just some bullshit. This is I think it was too much for me because I couldn't believe people was actually believing it and buying it. So at that point, I'm like, this is too much. You know, I need to really probably start working on putting some stuff out myself because people is really buying this stuff as for real. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that somewhere along the line he kind of shifted, and started telling a story, but for me, I never fell into I knew how to separate what was real and what was, the beginning of him telling the story. So I don't know. I just, you have to start sometimes looking at people as characters and they just playing a role. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So, passion speaks for itself. If I'm on here yelling, you can probably hear the passion in my voice, which is probably different from somebody else that's on YouTube just yelling. You could be able to discern the difference. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to. You should be. You should be able to tell if somebody's actually playing a role, if they playing a character, or if they actually just pouring out and showing themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really pay attention to that. You got a lot of characters on YouTube. Yeah. I don't think no. Yeah, yeah. I think if they wanted answers, I think they probably a lot of them did want answers, but I think they were skipping over a lot of major stuff too intentionally. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think a lot of people did not want to deal with this area that I'm reaching into right now. I think they wanted to look past that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm. This is a dangerous space, a position to be in. To speak on this type of group like that, I think a lot. So I think a lot of people they wanted answers. They wanted to put some stuff out and help, but what they was too damn afraid. I think it was a lot of scary people that was like, I'm not even gonna touch on this right here. I'm just gonna look over this. You know what I'm saying? Get over this right here, and we're gonna focus just right here. What happened right here? The manager. It was like always the manager, the manager, the manager. They focused on that area for a while, and it seemed like to me it was because they jumped like that because they did. Now that I'm actually on this side of this thing, I'm seeing a lot of people didn't want to deal with that part. Either they was afraid to deal with that shit or they just didn't want to speak out on it. They didn't want to deal with that part. But by me saying I'm starting from the bottom, working my way to the top, I had to. And so now y'all might hear me talking about the beverage manager and this motherfucker was here, but I couldn't ignore the setup. I couldn't hide the setup. I couldn't run away from that because for me that was huge, and that was what God was really showing me. He was gonna use me the most at because I was gonna understand that and relate to that the most. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And when it comes to the second half of this shit, I'm have to reach out to some people. I'm a hood girl, so I can explain hood shit to you all day. Just being real. But when it comes to a lot of this other stuff, I might need some help with that. So this part right here, as far as me covering this right here, it was really easy for me to understand. It was really easy for me to translate because a lot of that, I lived it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can say, a lot of, young black girls, y'all lived something to where I can relate to, that part of Connective Life. Like I can relate to that part. Yeah, he was too loud, Open Minds. I just think a lot of that screaming and stuff, like I said, you have to just let people be the characters that they are, and you have to decide, like, who do I really click with? Like, and we on a spiritual journey, so who do I click with, spirit, not religiously, but spiritually? Like, who do I click with? You know. I felt like that Chosen was doing, so I stopped watching him. Yes, agree. Out of towners BS pisses me off. I hate to see out of towners. I'll be cracking up. Especially when you go back to them old posts and stuff from back in September and you hear the people like, you out of towners don't know shit. Them out of towners, boy. Boy, oh boy. Yes, mental illness. Yeah, they probably, but you know what? A lot of times, this being behind the scenes, you get fed. You guys, y'all feed me with y'all comments. The love that I get from y'all feed me. But see, it encouraged me, to keep moving forward. With some people, y'all feeding them egos and y'all feeding them, more pride. Because they probably already had an ego anyway. You probably couldn't tell them shit anyway. You see what I'm saying? So the more people jump on as a wrench, like I'm a soldier for this purpose. To me, when you have wrenches, it's looking like you're trying to build some soldiers, but the other people in your chat room, you saying they ain't on the same level as your soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is soldiers for you, which would be a good thing if you was a soldier for the truth, though. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so what you even got them people for? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you just spread lies and bullshit. Like, so, but anyway, a lot of times that type of stuff feed people egos, y'all. That shit feed their egos. And like I said, a lot of people ain't never got no attention before. So, you just have to think about that. Like, for me, like I said, y'all fuel is, for me, it's encouraging and it keeps me doing what I'm doing. But at the same time, I still try to have some humility, but some people just not like that. That shit is actually boosting them up and they loving it. It's called Passion with a Purpose. I love that. Passion with a purpose, spiritual force, God within. I love that, John. I love that. Open mind said I don't do loud men. And then the Bible says a man talk about a unstable man or uncontrolled man is like a city with no walls or something like that. Some way he expressed a man like that. So you definitely don't want no man that's just full of anger and just always want to yell and threaten the wife, the kids, and everybody else. You like, what the hell? Like, you don't want that. But like I said, is that really who this man is, or is it all for show? I wouldn't know because I really don't pay him no mind like that. Do we know what Tax Free was in jail for and what was his gang affiliation? I'm looking into that, Dana. I heard, and I can only say only from hearsay, that he was the damn, what is it called? Damn, I forgot what it's called. Latin Kings. I heard he was Latin King, but under the umbrella of them. But I don't know for sure. I'm still looking into that. One thing I can say about him that's different from the rest, it seemed like he don't really put that stuff out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't really, his page and stuff is open, but he don't. I have not seen like a lot of. I see him with his gang and with his clique and stuff like that, but you not every like caption maybe say on BD or on GD or on Neil or something just to let you know what set they rolling with, and they might even have some dope, some pills, all that. So you pretty much get a feel for who that person is according to their social media page. It seems like Tax Free is a little bit more private, and I don't know if it's just like that because of what happened to Kanika or what, but I'm still looking into that. I'm still looking into that, and I'm not gonna sleep until I find out. So I had answers for you, boo. But right now, I don't know, but or what he was in jail for. I don't know, but I seen a status, some statuses and stuff, and he removed them. He ended up taking them down because he had so many comments on there, and I guess people was really going in on him. You know, I don't think nobody went in on him in a bad way, but just like really blowing that page up. So I think that's when he took his page down. But he still got his Instagram and stuff up. I follow him on Instagram, but no, I don't know. I have not. They have not been brought to light. And as a matter of fact, to be real with y'all, we don't even have that man's real name. We don't even have that man's real name. So I don't know. But what I can tell y'all as far as with tax free, we really don't see a lot of the same associations. And I do believe that what him and as far as friends stuff, and I do believe that whatever him and Kanika had, it wasn't really, they didn't really put it on social media and stuff like that because a lot of people didn't like it. And I'm gonna say that because I was trolling Marco Page one time, her cousin Marco, Kanika's cousin Marco, trolling his page one time, and I saw a screenshot of an inbox, and y'all probably seen that too. And it said, "I'm about to put this on the book," and then the person replied, "Don't do that, no, whatever." So I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, okay," but I just kept strolling. Didn't mean shit to me at the time. So weeks later, I'm on tax free page. I see that same inbox on his page. So I'm like, how the hell he get the same inbox word for word? It got the same time on there, everything. It's the one that was on Marco's page. So I ended up going back to Marco's page, like, hold on, this shit don't make no sense. And I went back to Marco's page and I saw the top of the caption, which meant everything. It actually showed me what was going on. So Marco actually had posted that, but the caption said some shit, like I could be wrong, but it was something on the terms of like, be for real. He was being sarcastic. Okay. So what I believe at that time, what was taking place, right after Kanika passed away, Tax Free had posted a screenshot of him and Kanika conversation where, he was like, I'm gonna tell the whole world about us. So I'm gonna post us to the whole world. And she replied, please don't. You see what I'm saying? And it looked like her cousin saw that shit and then end up posting on his page like, man, fuck out of here, or something like that. Y'all get what I'm saying? So what I kind of got out of that is like, I don't think that their relationship was really, how some people just keep it off of social media because motherfuckers was probably gonna hate on her. They probably didn't like her with him for real because they consider him to be the op. I don't know exactly what gang he was, but he considered to be the op to them. So but I am gonna fact check this stuff before I really. It's not in stone yet. This is just really, my mindset about the whole thing. I said that about Joe. He gave an aggression approach to his subs were aggressive because they watched him for a reason. The energy you get is the energy you give. Yep. Painting truth. That's exactly true. That's the truth. Real recognized real. Sexy is one on one. Hey. I think some of those employees are Latin kings. Could be. Could be. I would love to know. And that's one thing we got to dig into too, because I believe some of them are not only Latin kings but vice lords too. So that's something that we have to dig into, like at this stage right here. You know what I'm saying? I believe we got past the first part. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. And the stuff that I'm looking at right now, oh my God, it's really, really deep. It's really deep, and I'm really believing that it's some hotel employees that are vice lords too. Okay. Period. But I would love to know. I'm definitely gonna find out about tax free, y'all. And that'll be something that, like I said, this is the reason why I want to have a strong working team because there's a lot of stuff to uncover, to look into. And Malika can't do it on her own. She still got her life, her stuff she got to do. So I'm like, I'm really trying to build a strong team, and that's what the whole Facebook group is gonna be about. So I'm gonna remove a lot of people out of there and really just keep a few, that really I feel like they want to work towards you know, seeking justice, but not just really looking and getting information because we have 3 different platforms for you to do that. And at the same time, I have to understand we still don't know who everybody is in real life. Like I still don't know who that person, even though I've been talking to you for months, do I really want to put this, this hardcore information out there, not even trusting the people that's in my small circle of group. So I'm just like, nah, me and John gonna have to really sit down, not sit down together, but just sit down and think about who we want to add, and talk about who we want to pull in. You know, that's what I'm thinking. And I don't think it should just be, because I have other platforms for that, and I don't really have time to keep feeding Facebook, another page. I ain't out here couch chasing or whatever they call it, So I just don't have time to be just feeding a whole nother group of stuff information. Y'all could be doing that shit. Y'all could be getting that shit off my Nancy Grace page. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, that particular group have to be a small group of workers, justice seekers, period. Book of James 1:9, double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. There you go, John. There you go, John. Thank you. Somebody pulled that scripture. I can mess up a scripture sometimes, but sometimes I just feel it in my soul. Like, I can't stand somebody like that. I can just feel it in my soul. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm talking about. You know what scripture, you could go, you can find it. James 1:9. All right now. Hey, Brian Brown. It's the first time I've seen you in the chat room, Brian Brown. You nailed the game stuff. Thank you, sexy. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it. So a lot of what y'all seeing is really my growth and me really learning and understanding as I go along. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie, I could have waited, weeks until I really studied. Because I'm really big on studying. If I want to know some information, I would read a book, I would study something, and I would really try to get a full understanding, because like I said, I actually taught a freedom movement class. So I had to do a lot of reading and researching and studying and stuff like that. So I could have really looked into this area, sat on it for some weeks, studied the mess out of it, and really broke it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the pressure is kind of on you when you have a public platform like this. You can't really disappear for weeks. People gonna be like, damn, what happened to Malika? So it was kind of like the pressure was on me to say, okay, gain an understanding, get all the information you can, and present it to the people, and then maybe together y'all can discuss it, or God can shine some light on it, and your next live would be an even bigger understanding to what you presented in the last one. You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all kind of watching us all get an understanding together as a family. We get an understanding together as we go along. A lot of this stuff, a lot of times when y'all hear me speak, I don't even be knowing the stuff that's gonna come out my mouth. I really think that God really be shining light on me in that very moment. Okay, a couple lives I actually, like the blessing and curse, I actually sat down and I knew, I prepared myself for that one. I knew I was gonna speak about my life and myself, and I kind of prepared myself for that one. But I had a lot of lives where I was just going in and just really getting real spiritual and dropping bombs, and I really didn't plan that. It was just happening in that moment. So that's why I say always even check behind me, because I can even reach sometimes. I'm still growing and still learning as I go along, and it's a lot to learn about those gangs. At one point, I was saying that they were really, really organized, but this was how they were. At one point, they lost a lot of their leadership, and now they just pretty much wow. I think there is still some gangs. Don't get me wrong. I still believe there are some gangs that are organized and are organized in crimes and stuff like that. But I don't think that is really, that wasn't what we were seeing as far as the Vice Lords, the GDs, and the BDs like we was thinking. Remember, we was like, okay, these three gangs coming together, for this party right here. So that wasn't the situation. Okay, do gangs actually get together, for political reasons or for business purposes? Yes, they do. Okay, but what we was said, the three gang theory, and a lot of that was Zach doing. He was feeding us that shit. Okay, we wasn't really seeing them come together like we thought we was. Okay, because a lot of them people in the gangs, they wasn't there. They was just lying on them to kind of mix and confuse the situation. And if we had took the second and look into, we would have been like, damn, these people ops. They can't stand them. Why would they even be there in the beginning? And I was saying it in the beginning too, but we was just, I guess we already had our mind wrapped around the fact that they were there, because it's been 7 months of talk about the fact shit, Kenneth Tartt was there. 7 months we've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to believe, like, damn, he really wasn't. Like, it was hard for me to really come with the fact that he wasn't. And then I'm like, now I'm gonna have to present this to everybody else. I gotta come with some strong receipts. Because for 7 months we've been fed this shit. Zach was throwing out BD's and GD's name as if they were involved in it, putting out statuses saying, the BDs just touched her, we didn't kill her, and saying shit about BD. Then we heard Ty say on BD. They were literally saying things and doing shit to make us believe, and even dressing like some of them to make us believe that it was a mixture. It was all a part of their plan. Because like I said, in my mind, I believe that Kenneka, she wasn't really on her mama's side like that as much when she got with Tax Free. I believe she was, probably in his neighborhood, laid up with him. And when she did come around, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't just shoot her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it had to be a well thought off plan. And they probably been want to catch her in the streets and shit. And she knew about it. That's why every time she was with her girls to walk the street, she watched her fucking back. That's what it looked like to me. Looked like she was always watching her back, or at least trying to. And it looked like she was scary as hell. Don't y'all think, Kenny, like she was kind of scary? Like, look, why is he looking at me? Why is he over? Why is he? Oh my God, headlights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't look like to me that she was really just a person that wasn't on her P's and Q's. Like, it just don't seem like that to me. Especially if you got a daddy like you got uncles like you cannot tell me that girl wasn't smart enough. Like, she was really set up in a way to where it had to take a whole gang of motherfuckers to do it. That's how I feel, period. I took a screenshot of Tax Free FB page. He says not so gang. Nutso gang. Okay, we got to find out who Nutso is. Okay, because I don't know if some of y'all know, we never talked about this. A lot of stuff I find out after I do my lives, but they take their deceased homie, their deceased person name, and they make a gang, out of it, or click out of it, to keep that person memory alive. That's why a lot of times you won't see rest in peace, but you see long live, because they keeping that person memory alive. And also, as far as that cutout that we seen of Kenneka, I actually posted that in the Facebook group, but I didn't share it on here, y'all. That wasn't the first cutout person that they always do that. I've seen a few of them now. Where when somebody passed away, they have their body in a cut off poster or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Yeah. So it's like they keep their memory alive. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't say rest in peace. They say long live. A lot of people was coming hard on Lenore for saying that from the beginning. And I think that Chicago people understood that, but Lenore really put that out there so the world can understand. Don't say rest in peace. We say long live. Do y'all get it? This is something that we do. We've been doing. But the world didn't get that. They don't say rest in peace. They say long live because they create a movement or a gang from that name. And normally it's the set that you died in that creates that movement and that gang. So what we see is Kenneka died as a vice lord. Okay, so the people that's supposed to create that movement for her and that gang for her and keep that memory alive for her was the vice lord. Right? This is what I want to get people to see about the color purple. Even though the vice lord is not even associated with the color purple, I don't even believe they created that. I believe the Purple Hearts was all Miss Teresa. All Miss Teresa. Miss Teresa said, we gonna do Purple Hearts. And I believe it was really for the royal family or the Breed family. I believe it had something to do with that. That's why she decided to do purple, really, because they would have probably had her dropping yellow hearts or anything. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have to keep her movement going. They have to keep her legacy going. So they probably would have gave her some yellow heart or anything. We just don't know, because if you actually look at the other people, they have hearts that they dropped too for them too. but it's different colors. And normally the people that's in your set, they create that movement for you. They to keep your name alive, your legacy alive. Okay, so but what I've noticed and what I actually seen, I've seen a screenshot of a few of those vice lords posting and saying, if you're not down for the movement, then fuck you. I know y'all done seen it too, right? You ain't down for the movement, then fuck you. Why do you think that some of the Chicago people was not down for their movement? Whew, think about that. Why do y'all think that a lot of people in Chicago, even the ones that love Kenneka, is not down for their movement? I ain't even gonna answer that for you. Somebody give me an answer. Drop it in the chat room. Why do you think that they saying fuck you? Y'all, a lot of y'all niggas ain't down for the movement. Why do y'all think a lot of people is not down for their movement? Ask yourself that. Drop that answer in the chat room for me. Let me see if we can come up with the answer to that. I believe that painting truth, because they can get guns easily. They get guns easily. I'm gonna see who's gonna come up with that answer to my question. So they dropping a few statuses. You ain't with the movement, fuck you. We Nika cappers, fuck you. You ain't down with the fuck. Why do y'all think a lot of Chicago is not down with their movement? Nobody else want to answer that before I give y'all the answer to that. And what I think, ooh, that was good, sexy. That was good. That's right, Jesse. She sure did. She always made sure people didn't know where she was at. You can tell. That's what I said. If people took a look outside of the Crown Plaza and look at her life, you knew that she was, paranoid about some stuff, and she was definitely on the lookout. And she was trying to be smart about it. She probably sometimes went live while she was walking, so she would have, sometimes when you walking at night and you're scared, and that's why you go live for people, the world can watch you walk to the store. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that's why you go live. But I'm thinking that a lot of people is not really following they movement is because they the ones that fucking set her up. And you know that shit is fake. These people that's actually pushing a friend's movement lost their friends to an op. Kenneka's situation is different. So go troll Nakia Bailey page and see if you and look at the people that's tagging her and see if you see any problem with people following her movement. See if you see anybody threaten them. Fuck y'all. Y'all better follow move. See if y'all see any of that. Y'all won't. Y'all don't. But with the Kenneka movement, the people that's really pushing her movement and calling themselves Nika cappers, aside from, her, or I think Jay Money did it, because he was Jay Money, he was the uncle. I'm the real Nika capper. That's what I think that was about. But the ones that's calling themselves Nika cappers and all this stuff, most of them, and they had started the movement, they the ones responsible for her death. If not her death, yeah, for her death, period. Because her even being in there, like in the freezer, they're responsible. So I think a lot of the hood is not following a movement because they know that shit is fake. These other people was killed from their ops. I believe Kenneka's situation was different. She was not killed by her ops. She was killed from her so-called family, the people she was down for, the people she was with that night, people she hung with at one point, the gang she repped. So now you got some fake shit in the game. But really, what could the breed say? Because Kenneka didn't die of breed. She died of Vice Lord. Oh, she could switch. She tried to switch. Her mom, she was born both. You know, her mama was a breed, and her daddy was a foe. Her daddy was a four corner hustler, so she was actually born into both. And see what happened was, I think for Teresa to kind of see, this is the thing with sex. You really not supposed to switch sides and flip sides and shit like that, you know, because you're supposed to be, if you in that motherfucker, you're supposed to die. That's why I think they're gonna end up killing Irene anyway. Her dumb ass don't even realize you can't really flip. You supposed to be in that shit and die that shit. But let me tell you, the thing is with Kanika, I think her mama kind of, when her mama moved to Viceroy territory, I believe she was kind of smart with the shit. You see what I'm saying? She flipped her. She gave her that Jenkins last name because the Jenkins run that block. They run that little area. You know what I'm saying? Not just that. They really made an acronym out that shit. Like they, you know, they thick. I think they are thick. You know, so that's why she probably gave her their last name so she can kind of move over there and blend in a little bit. You know, I was living in the neighborhood. I grew up in this neighborhood like all my damn life, damn near. I ain't gonna say all my life, but up until the age of like maybe like 13. You know, I done fought with these kids I went to school with, all type of shit. Then mama ended up moving me to another neighborhood who didn't get along with the neighborhood I was from. They didn't get along. But now I'm building friendships over here. I'm just saying. And now I'm going to parties and I got my friends looking at me all sad. You know, I'm just saying, like, that's a very uncomfortable situation to be in. So I think that her mama, you know, probably made it a little easy for her when she had to move over there to Austin area. I believe her mama probably made it easy for her back giving her the Jenkins last name, and so probably telling her, look, you got cousins over here that's gonna protect you, you know, that's gonna make sure you straight, yada yada yada. But from my understanding and from talking with some people and looking at some posts and stuff, Kanika stayed into it with a lot of her cousins on her dad's side. She stayed in tour with them Jenkins. You know, so I think with her, as far as her flipping, I think it was pretty easy because she came over there with the Jenkins last name. Then she ended up going with a dude who everybody know and cool with everybody. And that was the easy flip. You know what I'm saying? He said it out his own mouth. You know, he said he flipped her. He made statuses saying he flipped her. So it was probably more of an easier flip for Kanika. You know what I'm saying? Than it would be anybody else, you know. But I still don't feel like they really probably saw her as one of their own for real, for real. You know, probably like they did Shamaya, who grew up in that area, who they've been knowing for years, you know, or Bree Bree. They probably didn't look at Kanika like that because she actually is a Bree. And you saw Rico did a status when he was trying to come together with it. Was, I think it was fake, but he was talking about, like, you know, the breeds should come together with us. Da, 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 da. Now listen to the status. He said the breeds need to come together with us. You know, we need to come together and do something and shut the Crown Plaza down because we know Kanika loved our hood better than anybody. I don't even understand what Rico motherfucking statuses be going. I don't understand where he be going. It seemed like he be writing deceptive statuses to fool the world, but he be having messages in there to his people. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Please tell me y'all get what I'm saying. When a lot of statuses that I was reading for Rico, it seemed like he was trying to please the world, but at the same time throwing shots, throwing shade. You know what do y'all get what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of that. That's why I kept saying, like, where the hell is Rico even going? Why did he even say that? You know, like, us Breeze need to get together with y'all because we want to be on the same page as y'all because we really set her up. We want to align ourselves with her real people, the people that really love her. That's trying, because the Breeze was looking for answers. Me and my girl behind the scenes, we saw some old posts. Okay, we got this shit in columns. Okay, this is the Breeze. We saw some old posts where them motherfuckers was right with the YouTubers, like, look at this, y'all. Y'all see this right here? Somebody snatched her up over there when she turned that corner. Where Queen Jack at? Didn't they Queen Jack? We seen all type of posts and shit. The Breeze was on it. So next thing you know, you see a post from Rico saying, you know, the Breeze, we need to come together with y'all so we can shut the Crown Plaza down. We need to shut them down. But she always loved our hood better than anybody. What was the point of that? Do it make sense? You get what I'm saying? So he was all, whenever he talked, he would try to, you know, he would be conscious. I believe that Rico, hold on, I just fucked up. When Rico spoke or you know, made posts and stuff. I believe he was conscious, of the fact that the public was watching him when other people, as Herman Tolliver and Kenneth, not Kenneth, yeah, Kenneth Tart and Rashawn. I think they was basically like, shit, fuck it, we living our life, we ain't do shit. I think that you just seen some other people like, fuck it, fuck y'all, we living our life, we ain't do nothing, we wasn't there, but you can kind of, dissect the ones that was really trying to feed the world stories and shit and get them to like them, get them on their side, overdoing shit. I really think that was Rico all day. And I think far as tax free disappearing off of Facebook and all that, for me, just even studying him and evaluating him, he just seemed like more of a not shy boy, but he don't really like being in the limelight like that. Some people feed off that shit. Some people don't like it. And is uncomfortable with it. I'm that kind of person. I'm just doing it because I'm really being obedient, but I'm uncomfortable when I have to go live and speak to y'all. So I think that from me just on the outside looking at tax free, that's what I kind of get from him. Because he could have actually been like the other ones. And the world is watching, so let me capitalize off of this. you know, or let me get them to, love me so they can know I had nothing to do with it. Let me make sure they really like me or, whatever. But I just, don't see that with him. With Rico, I saw a big show. I'm not gonna lie, I just saw a big show. And I felt like he was winning people over. I mean, they was standing up like, bravo. Thank you, Pain Truth. I'll be nervous. I'll get nervous every time I gotta go back. I went to high school that was out of my neighborhood, so yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, it's normally, it's normally an uncomfortable feeling. Detroit is not the difference between us and Chicago. We really close, but we don't really have a lot of gang banging there. But we have a lot of cliques. Like a lot of people click up, and we click up and we might be sets and stuff, but we not under the umbrella of gangs. You know what I'm saying? And then we build organizations. Shit, look at BMF. When we build organizations, it's normally money. When big organizations is coming out of Detroit, it's normally a drug organization because people in Detroit, to me, I just see they get money together. Like it's more of that than it is like really, gang banging and all the other bullshit. Now, is this some killing over the yes, it is. And a lot of times the killing be because of money or it because of territory, because of money, or some respect. But at the end of the day, they not, at war because they gang banging. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit, like I can really relate to Chicago. I really do understand it. The only thing I really didn't get was really the whole gang banging thing. And that was a lot for me to even have to understand. And that meant a lot to this case. I had to get it, in order for me to be able to decipher this shit and understand who Kenneka was with, and I'm still looking into a lot of their operations and a lot of shit that they have going on. Trust me, y'all. This shit do get deep. It's definitely worse than Detroit, KC. Yeah, it probably always had been. It probably always had been. I don't know because back in the day when we used to go to Chicago to visit, it was like a great place to go. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a tourist spot. We would always go downtown and walk around, and so it was like a little tourist spot. So, but now it's different, and Detroit never been like that. Shit, Detroit ain't no tourist spot. Nobody ever want to go to Detroit just to go visit and look around and see shit. But yeah, they worse in Detroit all day. Yeah, especially right now. It's a lot of crime and stuff that happens in Detroit, and the cops don't give a damn. They don't solve them cases either in Detroit. But at the same time, it's not a big of a it's not a how can I say? It's spiritual warfare everywhere, really, y'all. We look at a lot of spiritual warfare everywhere. I just think Chicago is really front and center right now. They mainstream, I guess you could say, right now. And probably have the worst, crime rate right now. But yeah, it's spiritual warfare going on everywhere. My kids there from Detroit, they came to Shy in the 90s and was Ruthless. Yeah. Detroit and Chicago is both ruthless. Like I said, I stayed in Chicago for a minute with a dude that I was kicking it with when I was younger. And he ran my ass up out of there. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to be there. Like I stayed there for about a good, not a good, it was probably a month, you know. Then I called mama crying like shit. Help me leave, help me get up out of here. This is no lie. I promise y'all, help me get up out of here. She said, that's what you get trying to run off. So I think once I turned 18, I thought I was grown and I just wanted to leave the house, you know. So I got a chance to leave for a minute, or I was going on 18, got a chance to leave for a minute, you know. And went to Chicago with him, and baby girl went right back home with the quickness, with the quickness. And we were in the project during that time. You know, this is the first time I even seen, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is the first time I even seen the food stamp paper shit. I hadn't even seen that shit before then. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, it was like a whole different life to me than what I was used to back at home. You know, and it was more scary. It was very scary to me. But I hurried up and left. Shit, I hurried up, got up out Chicago, told mama to send my ass a ticket, a damn bus ticket, and she sent my ass a bus ticket. And I hurried up and took my ass back to Michigan, left that boy alone. He was robbing people, doing all type of crazy shit, and coming back eating dinner like he ain't just set two niggas up. I'm like, I cannot. So I got my ass out of Chicago very quick, very early. Like I said, I think the Lord had really protected my life, covered me a lot of times. A lot of times. Y'all don't know the half of it because I'm trying not to make it about me. So y'all don't even know the half of it. But I believe the Lord covered me a lot of times. Okay. So I'm just going to say that. But yeah, I know it's beautiful. I know it's some beautiful parts to it, but these people they are destroying their own. If they not destroying a city, they definitely destroying the name and the reputation that it has. You know, it takes the people to kind of keep uplifting our city and bringing, you know, good positive energy and vibes into our city. It takes the people to do that, you know. And so I just think they just got to get back on their stuff, you know, just be more positive. There's a lot of talent coming out that city. I love to see that city just come up and blow up and be the number one spot, you know, for talent and all of that. Twister came from Chicago. Comet came from Chicago. There's a lot of talent that came out Chicago. Chicago. But it's also a war zone. You see, it's also a war zone. So, girl was like, y'all can't just come here and take over a hood. They was like, yeah, okay, watch, and they did. The Detroit people. Oh wow. Yeah, Detroit is ruthless. I love my city. I love my people. But at the end of the day, I ended up outgrowing Detroit. I ended up outgrowing Detroit. But I will always love Detroit though. I will always love Detroit. If you flip what you flip, they don't trust you. I see your comment, sexy is yes. Yes. And I believe that I believe a lot of times it's really start off with the girls screwing a guy and falling for the guy. I don't think it just be that gang is so lit and they just doing so much that this other gang over here is not, that I really want to be them and be down with them. Normally they young girls, so they screwing somebody and they want to be down. You know what I'm saying? Fully down. Okay, we got to keep in mind that a lot of them was dating friends. You know, so a lot of it is just really young girls wanting to be down with their boyfriends and shit. You know. So I think when you know, like remember I said this to y'all even before I found that pic. Even somebody gave me that picture. I said to y'all, I bet she flipped because of a boy. I bet you a dude flipped her. Cause that's normally what girls do. We like a lot of times when we young like that, we make decisions based off our dude. When it's street shit like that, we don't know. We looking at you like, what you want me to do, babe? Am I lying, y'all? Shit, and that's what it is. We call that digmatized. I'm sorry, but I'm just being real. Some girls, you see that in it. And it might be somebody who had Monique for digmatized and she was ready to become a vice lord and she probably gave her a friend up to get that spot. That's what I see. And Irene already admitted to screwing one of them. So she decided to participate so she can become official. I've always said something about those two roles. If y'all can remember, I've always said something about those two roles versus Bree Bree and Shamaya. And I didn't even know in the beginning when I was speaking on them. Think about it. I did a video on Bree Bree and I did a video on Shamaya, pretty much pointing out the fakery in the friendship. You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I had already knew that. I just knew it was something different, you know. And then now that I realized that two of them was actually in the gang and the other two is screwing people in the gang, now I get it. The two is already official, so they have to really be loyal and follow through with the plan. The other two trying to get official. And this ain't me just creating that theory. It's actually true. The other two is trying to get official. And we see that because they screwing the dude. They digmatized. I'm just saying, that's reality. It ain't no fuckery theories over here. That is reality. I'm hoping I wake some people up. This is not a game. It's not fuckery. With all this stuff that we tell on YouTube, it's not that. These girls was digmatized by these dudes, and they want to be down. The fuck? You see a lot of that. Shit, that's just plain as day. When you wonder why her best friend has set her up, because the best friend want to be down so bad. Now look at her. She all on their page, but you troll your ass back far enough, you ain't gonna see her on your page. And a lot of them had took their pages, they shit down. They won't even let you go past September. And if you was to peep that shit, I bet you wouldn't see them all on their pages like that. Them hoes got their stripes now. That's the way I see it. And I'm gonna figure out why she was walking her ass around the hotel with one shoe. I'm gonna figure that shit out. I bet you I am. They're gonna be down with the ops. They gotta go because they can give info from the other side. No, they not. They not ops to them. They not ops to them. See, the girls are still young, so we don't even know if this is really their first game. Like Kanika was born into the breed. See, she is different from the other one. You see what I'm saying? Like she was really born into it, like her mama and with uncles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But with the other girls, you know, we don't know if they was in other gangs before. Like I don't know if Monifa was actually a BD or was she just screwing one. Do you get what I'm saying? She never really officially became a gang member. She just screwing these niggas. Do y'all get what I'm saying? But at some point they start screwing they friends friend, they boyfriends friends, as girls do. So that's why you see a circle. That's why you see Shamaya screwing Birdie, Bree screwing Jay Weenie, Kanika screwing Rico. They all friends. Irene screwing one of them. You see what I'm saying? They all friends. So we don't know if these girls was actually in gangs before or they just screw these gang members. And this time they wanted to make that shit official because Kanika was a vice lord, Bree was a vice lord, Shamaya was a vice lord, and the dudes they was fucking was vice lords. Do y'all get what I'm saying? As far as Monifa and Irene, you get what I'm saying? Drop me a one, because I'm feeling so strong about that shit. I'm feeling so strong because they really wanted to be down. They fucking a dude that's a vice lord, and all three of their girls is vice lords. So at this point, this probably was their first real initiation to actually being in there, not just throwing up the signs, not just me rolling with this set, not just me or whatever. But I'm really under this umbrella. I'm really connected to these big wigs and shit. I'm really one of them, and not just hanging around smoking with him, drinking with him, and screwing him. They want to be down. Because if you look at the circle, the small circle of friends, you will see that shit. They always screwing, friends. So I don't think that nobody really was the oddball in that situation. Irene was screwing a Vice, and I'm pretty sure so was Monifa. But we don't really see much of that because that nigga probably ain't claim her publicly. Hello. That's probably why we don't see that. He was probably just they was keeping that on the low. But all her girls is screwing them. So I'm pretty sure that mean they hanging with them, they drinking, smoking. This is what they was doing at one point. Then we go get locked up. Kanika probably hear another bitch is pregnant. Kanika like, I ain't fucking with y'all hoes. I ain't fucking with him no more. I'm done with y'all. And she probably moved on with her life. That's just what I'm thinking. At least tried to. And that's why we was hearing the stories about, Kanika, was about to get a job to be a nurse, the little stuff that we was hearing, because I believe she actually did move on. And also, I'm gonna give y'all another little spiller that kind of confirms this. Go back to that Zach interview at 5:04. Listen to the interview with PZ and Dorian. Okay, it's right at the 5:04 mark. Y'all can actually hear PZ admit that he said last year in the summer, we used to hang out all the time, because Zach was asking Peasy and Dorian at that time, is this what y'all always do? So y'all always hang out? And they was like, yeah, hell yeah, like this is what we do, da da da. And so Peasy ended up saying last summer, we hung out every weekend. So for him to say last year, that really let you know he ain't really hung out with, he ain't seen Kanika, hung out with Kanika in a fucking year. Rico had been locked up for a year. So the last time he hung around Kanika was when Rico was out. Listen to it. Catch that nigga. 5:04, listen to that interview. If you pay attention, he basically told us that the last time he really hung out with Kanika was around last year. And that was when Rico was out. So basically, she hadn't even been hanging with them like that, or hanging with them dude. Which when you think about it, that's right. Because if your boy is locked up, you really don't go out with his friends. You really don't be hanging with his friends. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense to me that she wasn't still going out with them, hanging out with them. And it makes sense to me why J Money would say those not her friends. She didn't have a relationship with him. When her dude got locked up, she stopped coming around. Remind you, she was still new to the area. So she's still new to the area. Her dude that brought her out, brought her around, flipped her, introduced her to everybody. He gone. She not about to be around them niggas. She probably just hanging with the girls, or the friendships she made with them girls. And could have been the one that brought Monifa and Irene and introduced them to Shamaya and Bree Bree. You see what I'm saying? She could have been that middle person, because Kanika just moved over there a year before, or 2 years. She was staying 2 years in that area. So we got to consider that. Like, she didn't grow up with them people. So I'm pretty sure when we got that they wasn't her friends, I'm pretty sure that was the truth, because she, when her dude got locked up, she stopped going around. She stopped hanging around them. And I'm not saying she just immediately cut them off, but I'm sure, it's slowly but sure. She probably said, I ain't about to hang around them. And she probably didn't really hang around PZ and Dorian. She didn't even know her like that outside of Rico, especially. So that's what I believe. Why they call her a snitch? Mm. You asking me, Casey, why did they call Kanika a snitch? Only one that called Kanika a snitch was Shamaya. Because it seemed like to me, what I got out of that is somebody had attempted to do something, or Kanika probably just called them up. It's like Kanika had a mouth. Say what the fuck she felt like saying. Remind me of myself growing up. Say what I want to fucking say. It seemed like she had called somebody out like, damn, niggas is quick for the rape. Niggas is good for the rape. They good for the rape out here, boy. They quick to try to rape somebody out here. And it seemed like to me, Shamaya took what she said and tried to make it seem like she was really calling somebody out when she was just making a general statement from what I saw. Okay. And so I'm thinking that it could have been something that went down with the Vice Lords. What could be a whole nother reason why they wanted to, like I said, I believe it was more than one motive for all these motherfuckers to gang together and want to get their money being a main, but at the same time, I say money being a main because of the timing, because of Rico, his connection and the fact that he didn't even, you know, really worry about the shit because he knew it. He didn't, I don't really think he wasn't fucked up for real because he knew what was going on. But just what if somebody did try to say something to her and they made her, try to play her like she talked too much, she run her mouth too much, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I didn't see a lot of that. I didn't see a lot of nobody calling her a snitch. I only heard that from Shamaya. So I can't actually say that Kanika had a rumor. I mean, it was a rumor going around about that she was a snitch. I can't say that. I really can't. I just heard Shamaya kind of, diss her, throw shade at her. And that to me, that shows you who Shamaya was as a friend. That really do. It shows you who Shamaya was as a friend. So that's just my opinion with that. I mean, anything. It could have been anything. Rico mentions Irene a lot. Yeah. So they are protecting a girl. A lot of these girls. It look like it's a war going on. Like it was a war going on after that. Okay, and a lot of these girls, have been dying from it. But so what we see is they actually protecting, I think, Bree and Irene, really, and Shamaya too. All three of them. Matter of fact, I can show y'all. I have some pictures. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna show y'all why I think that. I think they protecting them. And I think they protecting them from the ops. I really do. So here's what I think, and this is like I said, this is just what I'm looking at. I really think some shit like some retaliation kicked off. Okay, I'm really thinking some retaliation kicked off, and I'm thinking that they on their head as far as Irene for sure. I think some people wanted Irene out of here, and so I think that they are really letting people know not to touch her. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like they really protecting them girls. I think they are really protecting them girls. I'm basically just letting them know that they one of us now, like they're part of us. You see what I'm saying? See, remember I just told you that I believe Irene got initiated into the thing. See, when you now it makes sense, right? Just connect the dots of what I just said to you. If I believe Irene got initiated into the thing, so now we actually seeing her covering and her protection, right? It looks like they actually displaying her as one of their own. Do you get it now? They showing everybody she's one of us and she can't be touched and don't fuck with her and da 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 da. And like I said, she's screwing one of them too. So she could be screwing somebody, and she haven't said his name. I believe she said she wasn't gonna put it on social media, but she could be screwing somebody who's really really close to Rico, like they best buds. You know what I'm saying? They all in the same gang, but the person that she's screwing, I believe actually, I'm not even gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna show y'all who I think she's screwing, and this is just who I think she's screwing. You know, but yeah, it could just be real a person that's really close to them. You know what I'm saying? So they protecting her. They protecting these girls. They letting y'all know they covered. Hold on, I'ma show y'all a couple pics real quick. So yeah, that's what we seeing. They are protecting them girls. It was a gang war that that was taking place around that time, and a lot of females was catching it, I think, or just innocent people altogether, and it was a lot of people being targeted, all this shit is going on. And so put my pictures up. So that's what I believe we were seeing. Basically, them basically displaying them girls and letting them know they covered. And nobody better not touch them or do shit to them. That lets you know right there that they got in good. They got their stripes. That lets you know right there. I'm gonna get me an app that show me everybody that thumb down my video, so I could literally troll your shit and just thumb down your shit for no reason. Cause I'm pretty sure you somebody I don't pay no attention to. I'm pretty sure you are somebody I pay absolutely no attention to whatsoever. And if I had an app, I'll just come over there and just troll your shit and thumb video you put out everything. But I guess I'm just too grown to be acting all petty, And the fact of the matter is, like, I just want to know what happened to Kanika. Like, I don't know against nobody, here. Like, I want to know what happened to Kanika. The fuck? He was just so damn crazy to me. Crazy, deranged. Okay, so y'all, I actually believe that they on the chopping block. Oops, wrong picture. I believe they left Monifah out on the chopping block. I believe these are the three girls that they pretty much protecting. Now, why would they leave Monifah on the chopping block? I don't really know right now. Um, should I say? But I really believe that I'm about to show y'all the three girls. These are the three girls they actually protected, who's under their protection and their umbrella. Damn, why didn't show y'all the picture? Oh, here it go. Let me see. Did it picture ain't pop up? What the hell? Oh, hold on. My silly ass. Okay. All right. So y'all see this picture right here or whatever. She holding up the gang sign and that's Rico right there. He got his hand over his mouth. Rico is protecting Shamaya. He got her covered. Okay? He covering Shamaya. Trust me. Follow me. Follow me. I ain't even gonna look at the comments right now. I'm just gonna explain this shit to y'all. What I really see with my spiritual antennas up. This is her covering right here. All right, just pay attention. All right, he got his hand over his mouth. He keeping a code of silent. And this is his right hand girl right here. He got her back. He gonna protect her. He got her covered. Okay, even with the deceptions and shit. That if anybody come out with some shit talking about Shamaya, he got some motherfuckers working some pages back there to cover for Shamaya. He got her ass covered on the streets and in the La La Land YouTube. He got her ass covered. All right, she ain't got to talk. And that's probably why they stuck with these girls so much, so they wouldn't talk and they would cover them. If you get what I'm saying. Okay. She's covered. And this is who's covering her. Okay. They come try to cap this girl, they're gonna have to answer to him. Okay. He's covering her. He got her front and back. So we think it's just a sexual relationship or whatever. Yeah, it probably is. At the same time, they gang buddies. And he watching her back and he letting it be known. He'll peel any motherfucking cap that fuck with her. Because of not his love for her, but because he have to cover her in this war. Okay? All right, then you have this covering right here. Last but not least, they let it be known. This is who's covering Irene. And this is who I actually believe Irene is messing with. This is who I actually believe she's screwing. I don't have no proof she's screwing them. But like I said, her post did say that she's screwing a vice lord. And she then fell for the nigga. So, I don't know. I just believe it's him. I don't know why. I just believe it's him. But if you read the caption, he said, and I told them, if they touch you, they in trouble with the gun on daughter. He's saying, little sis, don't let that throw you off, because a lot of people, when you screwing, you become little sis, to the public eye, to everybody, you little sis. Don't let that shit throw you off, okay? But I'm just saying, he said, love you, shorty. They got a really good relationship, okay? Look at the bottom. If you ain't with the movement, fuck you if you ain't with the movement. See how you got the finger up? Fuck you if you ain't with the movement. Okay. One thing I also noticed too, that I had pointed this out to a friend, that I don't know if it mean anything, but I noticed the fact that a lot of them use the JFK instead of the 4K. So I really don't know if that mean anything, but I really want to know why they, hashtagging JFK. It just don't seem right to me. I don't know. But anyway, so what I want to point out to y'all, that this is Irene's covering. This is who got her. He got her covered. Okay. Now, y'all notice these three girls have a covering. They got a covering. They got a nigga that got their back during this war. What about Monifa? What about Monifa? I don't even know if this fool even realized that this gang is really about to hang her out to dry. They already have. I would feel such like the eyeball if I was Monifa. Monifa probably do feel like the eyeball. She probably want to kill herself. And what y'all seeing every day is her really trying to get through another day with a smile and a laugh. Because she is really standing out so much to me with this closeness that they have. These people are in relationships. Shamaya is really close to Rico because she cousin / brother cousin. Okay? She messed around with his brother. There you go. Really good relationship. Closeness, loyalty. Your brother get locked down. A lot of times he hold her down because Birdie locked the fuck up. And that's what brothers do. They're gonna hold your girl down. He holding her down because of Birdie. All right, let me make this shit make sense for you. He holding her down because of Birdie. Okay, when Birdie ain't around, let me make this shit make sense for you. This one holding her down because he's screwing her and getting some hair, and because she ain't got no teeth in the front of her mouth. So he got her because she got him. All right. And this one right here, I got to believe too that he holding her down because he's snatching her little blonde weave out too every night. You see what I'm saying? So I just have to really believe that that's the reason why he holds her down too. Out of all of them. Which would be a good thing for Irene, because Justice sort of like the man right here. And that's probably the reason why they ain't with public with that shit. See what I'm saying? I don't know. This is just where Malika be at in her world. You see what I'm saying? This is just where Malika be at in her world. I'm going to read the comments now. Okay. Rico mentions Irene and okay, that's when we last left off at. You only heard that from the hype looking girl just interviewed. I was wondering if all those people are local famous. They out in public. I think a lot of them are. I don't know if all of them are. Nobody says anything to them. I don't. I really don't know. I mean, in a city, they didn't got so much. They didn't got so many followers and stuff from this stuff. They probably feel like hood celebrities. I mean, Irene had a whole damn challenge named after her. They probably feel like hood celebrities, to tell you the truth. I really don't know. I don't know if anybody said anything to them because I don't live in Chicago, but I know if they ran into my ass, I would not only say nothing to them, I would go laugh. I have my motherfucking phone all in their face, like, okay, so bitch, what do you have to say about the night of September? And don't you lie, or I'll put you in your face, like, and I'm pretty sure she'll fight me back because I read them. But I'm just saying, I don't know. If I was them people, I'd be all in their face with a camera phone, shit, trying to get some answers. But at the same time, me and my friend was talking earlier, and I want to tell y'all this. At the same time, y'all have to understand those who not okay. This is the reason why I feel like everybody didn't know what was going on at that room. Okay, another reason why I feel like that. If you not a part of, and this is another reason why. Oh, thank you, God. This I feel too that Monifa wanted to be down so bad. Listen to me, y'all. Please listen to me. If you not a part of the game, then you not gonna know a lot of our secrets. You not gonna you an outsider. You have to actually be in it to know what happened, to know what's going on, to know everything that's going on. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that Shamaya and Kanika and Brittany probably knew a lot of shit that they couldn't tell Monifa or didn't tell Monifa, and that could be your explanation why they called Kanika a snitch because she probably was sharing shit with Monifa, and Shamaya was going back telling it. Because remember, we're looking at a game, and so they code a secrecy. They code it stays within each other, within a family. Do y'all get me? Each set of gang putting their hand over their mouth, and they keeping a code of silence to their gang, to their own set, to themselves. And I'm not gonna snitch on the other guys either. But I'm just saying, we ain't gonna tell you our secret. If you're not with us, you could be an infiltrator. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about that. So I'm pretty sure this was another reason why Monifa wanted to be down so fucking bad, because here it is, all her girls are vice lords, and they probably know some shit on some setup shit, some whatever that she couldn't know, that she didn't know. So, and I also believe that a lot of people at that party probably did not know everything because they're not a part of their family. Do y'all get what I'm saying? They were probably friends that came with friends to make the party thick to get more people in there. But at the end of the day, I don't think everybody that really I what's going on, and keeping the secret is only those that's a part of their gang in a gang set, in a set. Not talking about all the vice lords, but as far as they set, I believe those are the ones that know everything that's going on, and they keep that shit amongst themselves. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I think that's what we seeing pretty much. So I think that these guys pretty much got these girls covered. She wanted Kanika's spot. Yeah, I could believe that. I could definitely believe that because Kanika, she had the dude. She had one of the top dudes. Birdie actually got a video, and Rico is, Birdie and Rico, they did some rap videos and all type of stuff. They kind of known, on a hood, especially they side of town. So she had one of the big wigs, kind of known around, that town, and just everything else that you can really say was a plus for Kanika, everything else. But you have to think about it too. Monifa really wanted to just be down all together. You know what I'm saying? Like all together. And probably one of them friends that I wish I could walk in your shoes. I wish I was you. Wish I had her life. Oh yeah, I've heard about this. We need to come together. I sent you an email. Check it out. Okay, okay. Ethic Radio. I'll look at it. I'll look at. I got a bunch of emails, but I'll make sure I get yours and and reply back. I had took a little break for a couple of days. I had with Jill yesterday. I tried to break for a minute. I post a few things in the Facebook group, but I tried to just take a break for a minute. I love how your stuff come together. Yeah, Janine, we gotta make it make sense, and it's just really odd. I mean, a lot of this is I don't know. I don't know why it come together like this. I really don't know. I never really followed nobody life like this, or I'm nosy, but damn, I'm not nosy like this. You know, I don't know. Like I usually don't be in people business like this. For real, y'all. I'm not the nosiest girl on the block, but it might seem that way now. Okay, but yeah, so that's the odd, but that really stands out to me the fact that Monifa really don't have no covering. And I think this and a lot of people are saying that Monifa and Irene is beefing. I heard that a lot. That Monifa and Irene is beefing. So that would make sense. She's and then we might see her trolling on their pages and stuff because she's trying to be down. But do I think they trust her and stuff like that? Hell no. Hell no. Mm-mm. So I think we should really keep our eye on Monifa and Irene. I think Irene, a lot of the ops want her. Okay. And I think with Monifa, I think that she might get played by her own quote unquote people, her own family. So I spoke that and just kind of watch for that. You know what I'm saying? I really think the ops want Irene. And I think when it comes to Monifa, I think is they don't even see her as loyalty. They don't see her as real anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think that oh my God, y'all, just pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. All right. Yeah, snakes all day. Snakes all day. Maybe Shemaya is dating him. She probably is. I mean, I know she date his cousin brother. And I say cousin brother because honestly, y'all, I don't know for sure if Birdie and Tyreek is brothers, or Rico is brothers, or if they actually cousins. I don't know. But to me, it looked like his mom only had the three boys and the two girls. Because when you see their family photos, it's only the three boys and the two girls. So it looks like to me that Birdie is his cousin. So sometimes people just have a real closeness because like I said once again, Rico might call Shemaya, that's Birdie girl. So I'm gonna look out for her, take care of her because that's Birdie girl. I just told y'all the whole story, right? Even when they get locked up, that's still Birdie girl. You see what I'm saying? So that's probably why he holding her down so tough because I think Birdie is locked up. If he ain't locked up right now, he was just locked up at one point, probably around the time that picture was taken. Just go back on their page. You'll see he was locked up. So that's why he holding her down. I believe. I don't believe he's screwing her. I believe that that's just Birdie girl. You know what I'm saying? And that's enough reason for him to hold her down. That's his cousin's girl. And the ops want her. You know what I'm saying? So that's enough reason to. What's going on from Pittsburgh? Hey, Marvin. I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm ready to end it now. I think a lot of times I'll be trying to cut down my time. I'll be spending a lot of time with y'all. I'm like, I don't want to drain the people. Um, but yeah, we just had a nice little afternoon chat, and I wanted to get a little Q&A done. Let's get a little Q&A done. Them kids get around. Mm-hmm. That's why I say no telling. She could be. She could be. But I think so too. Them kids is about their money too. You know what I'm saying? So as far as her just flopping from one dude to the next, I really don't see it, unless it's really, I think Shemaya is probably about her money. Like if she messed with a dude, she messed with a dude for some money. And I think that her heart probably is into Birdie. That's just what I feel about the situation. So I feel like Rico is really covering her because of his cousin. Yeah, and because she a Vice, they're in the same gang, so he really have a loyalty to her anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like she probably have been down with them for years. She had a brother that got killed in the gang, so think about that too. Her brother could have been really close to Rico now. See, I didn't even think about that. Her brother could have been a vice lord. I'm pretty sure he probably was, and really close to them. So they probably know her brother, and they have a certain loyalty to her to cover her because of her. That's such and such little sister. Now y'all get that too. That's now she's such and such little sister. This bitch really gonna be covered. I'm just saying, for real, she really gonna be covered. And she was Quan Girl at one point. So yeah, Shamaya got a little name behind her. They know Shamaya, but they have a certain loyalty to them three girls I'm seeing right now. They covering them three girls, and they pretty much leaving Monifa out to dry. They hanging her out to dry. And I don't know why she being hung out to dry. I'm really wondering if she really messed up somewhere in the beginning. Was she talking in the beginning? I'm really wondering. Monifa, have we seen any lives of Monifa outside the house? I'm gonna ask y'all that again. Have y'all seen any recent lives of Monifa out in the streets partying outside the house? I've seen about 3-4 lives of Monifa as in the house with Mama. Do Monifa leave the house? Is Monifa leaving the house? Have anybody seen the lives where her leaving the house? Don't look like it to me. Don't look like Monifa outside enjoying her life to me. It look like she's inside enjoying the hell out of her life, but don't look like she's outside enjoying her life to me. I think Monifa got a price on her right now, and that's why we probably don't really see her outside enjoying herself. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have y'all seen it? No. I think she stayed put up in the house too, Casey. My point exactly. She is put up in the house right now. Point exactly. Monifa is a live wire. Monifa is a live wire. She's put up right now. You got to ask yourself why. She have no covering. She don't really have nobody that got her back like that. I don't see nobody that got her back like that. And she probably know that. Monifa is literally put the fuck up and going live from her living room. Peep that. Peep that. Everybody saying she enjoying her life and stuff. Not really. Not really. Because she can't. She probably got all type of just enemies that she done made from this. All kind of, even if people in Chicago feel like, if they even buying that whole story that they selling out there, they still gonna hold Monifa accountable for not knowing what happened to her, for leaving her, for walking away. They still hold Monifa accountable. When I tell you that this girl probably have a lot of enemies around her, Monifa ass is put up. Now let me know when y'all see her going live while she at club such and such. Show me that shit. Hell yeah, they go to her house and do her hair. Casey, I came with you. Did you just either that or they probably come to her house, Casey, and they do their hair because if she got the right money, shit, they'll come to her. It's a lot of stylists in Chicago. They'll come to her and do her hair. But it's the outside world. We thinking that she really enjoying her life and stuff like that. But we not paying attention to the background. She always let me tell you what the background make a lot. The background, y'all gotta pay attention to the background, okay? It was this dude that was scamming people on Facebook for months, okay, for months, telling people that he know how to help them get 750 credit score. He can help them with all this shit, okay? And people was paying to get business credit. People was giving this man money and everything, okay? Nobody ever paid attention to this man's background, okay? This is some shit that me and one of my friends paid attention. We peeped out and started discussing. We said, damn, every time this man go live, he in a dark room and shit. It ain't never no sunlight. You don't never see nothing but some walls and he in the dark, sitting there just talking. Every time he go live, he in a dark ass room with the lights off. But me and my friend, we never gave him no money. We never followed his his team that he built. We never engaged in that shit. So kind of find out he was actually behind bars, y'all. This dude was in prison scamming people on Facebook. And the people never even realized that the whole time he was going live, this nigga was in prison. He was in prison. He never even gave y'all a background. I mean, a flash of him standing next to a BMW, and nothing even show you that he got his life together. And that's why he can help you with yours. You see what I'm saying? We gotta pay attention to even the smallest details. That shit count. That shit matters. Every single live this girl did, I peeped out. She was inside the house. It looked like I'm referring to her recent live. And I have not seen her really going live and clinked up with the other girls like she was. Something is wrong with that picture. So that really much tell me that she put up. She in prison. Like, dude, she in jail. Her house then became a jail. Yeah, they busted him though, Casey. That's why I ain't even gotta say it. I gotta say his name and like that. But they busted him. The whole group that he had created and all that stuff, they came together because I think somebody had they was PayPal, they was sending him money through PayPal. And I think they traced that shit or something, or they did something and they found out he was in, I think the federal, he did something, I don't know, I don't want to exaggerate. He was in prison. Okay, and so the whole group decided to they did something. They took legal action and stuff, and they ended up getting everybody got their money back, all type of shit. I'll never forget that shit went down, and I'm over there in my own little world, my own little lane, thinking they never realized this man was in the dark room going live every time he went live. But he y'all giving him money. That's a whole different ball game. Like you sending me thousands of dollars and shit, and you can't even pay attention to the finest little details. I'm just saying that stood out to me. But people will just sometimes follow along with whatever sounds good. They just follow along with the shit. And that's why certain YouTubers were able to feed people stories and stuff for so long because they follow it. If it sounds good, I'm gonna follow along with it. You gotta make that shit make sense for real. I feel like she do everybody dirty, so they gave her up. You feel like everybody said Monifa set her up. You feel like Monifa do everybody dirty? But them other girls was a part of that stuff too. But Monifa, she was already questionable anyway. And if you think about it, why would Shamaya want to hang with her really tight like that after she'd already sold a girl out? Who would want to? You think Monifa got friends right now? Who the hell want to trust Monifa? She was the one. Monifa knew Kanika longer than any of them. So for Monifa to go along with that shit, do y'all really think that Shamaya and Bribi them want to hang with her? They probably only really hung with her because of Kanika. Now, bitch, we know your true colors. We know what you really about. We might be gang or whatever the hell to these niggas get you out of here. But we ain't about to hang with you like that. You just set up your day one. So they probably trying to make shit look good for the public, but they not back to doing them like they was doing without -1. You see what I'm saying? We should still see them doing them -1. And they probably do the shit after this live because they probably got somebody lurking. But up until this point, we was not seeing them back to their lives -1, minus Kanika. That group had broke up. They went their way. They left Monique ass out to dry. And she in the house hanging with mama. She was the weakest link. I definitely the weakest link. Goodbye. But she went outside at night supposedly to see KJ's grave, though. Probably so. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. I don't know. I don't really follow Monifa because Monifa don't really be on shit to me. You know, like I said, I seen a couple of her lives and I just peeped out the fact that she was in the house. And you know, like I said, I'm just waiting to really see her, and I heard a rumor about her being in New York before. I don't know, but I haven't really seen her like just mixing with this gang of people that she was just setting her friend up for. You see what I'm saying? And they got dudes that got them covered. I just showed y'all. They got guys that got them covered. What about her? So if she was screwing one of their people, it ain't no type of connection to where he got her covered. Who got her covered? And I really do believe that she was just initiated into the shit. So I don't know. That go my Queen of Jacks. Queen of Jacks, you help me make this shit make sense. The Queen of Jacks, I don't even. What time did we stop talking to each other? It's about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We be texting back and forth really late, y'all, and we just be so on the same page. I love talking to her. But anyway, yeah, Monifa plan backfired. She thought this was her end, but they looking at her like, wow, you really went through all this laughing. I know, Queen of, I know, I know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Monifa is really feeling so stupid. I feel like she feels so stupid. And she probably really is probably gonna be if pressure bust pipes. She'll probably be the first one to crack. And Shamaya, because Shamaya probably really did love Kanika, really do feel bad. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can't believe Monifa, yeah, she went through all of that. I think because she wanted to become somebody and she wanted to be a part of something. She wanted to be in so bad. And she really, she sacrificed her friend or sold her friend now. And a lot of times people sacrifice people, that's what it is too, not just money. It's always too, or wanting to belong or want to be a part of something. We've heard of celebrities that sacrifice, they loved ones because they want to be a part of an industry, right? So a lot of times when people would sacrifice somebody's life, and sacrifice can literally mean just make sure they are there when danger comes. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Sacrifice don't always mean I have to be the one to slice her throat. I have to make sure she's in a position for that man to come run up on her and slice her throat. I sacrificed her life. You see what I'm saying? About putting her in that position, knowing it was premeditated, knowing the shit was gonna happen anyway. So you see people sacrificing people's life all the time, especially with celebrities, because they want to become somebody. They want to be in something. You get it? They want the money too, but a lot of times it don't be about money. A lot of times it just be about fitting in and becoming something, becoming somebody. And I think that Monifa gave up her. I feel strongly in my soul, in my spirit, that Monifa gave up her friend because she wanted to belong to them people. And they played her ass, just like you said, Lily. I find it funny how she has so many followers on IG from all this mess that support her. A lot of people support Monifa. A lot of these people, they really got a lot of clout from Kanika's name. Period. Period. So yeah, she got a lot of supporters. She really do. She really do. And that's the reason that actually could that helps her to keep on moving. That helps her to keep moving and to keep smiling, knowing that some people do support her. Trust me. That's with anybody. When you stick your neck out there, to be judged, or just sticking it out there anyway, you're gonna have some people that love you, you're gonna have some people that don't like you. And what really keep you motivated and keep you moving is the love that you get. So if them people was to back away from her and stop showing her them love, she probably would be on there tomorrow. She's gonna kill herself. Is that love that she is getting from the people that's keeping her going? I believe. Yeah, but I believe they played on Monifa, and I believe they left her ass out the drag. She really don't have nobody to cover her. And what I mean by don't have nobody to cover her, if one of the ops decides to roll up on her, she have really no defense. That's what I mean by nobody really covering her. Or they might, because they already showed me how loyal they are to their own people. They might even do some shit, set some shit up, and make it look like the ops, like they did this right here. Because that's the whole reason why they got the other gang, or tried to get other gangs involved, that using their names and shit, because they want to do this shit and make it like it was a hit from the ops. Because during this time, if y'all backtrack, they had already been going to war, and a lot of people was dying, especially females. Shatika Crumb, or what is her name? Shatika something. She just had lost her life prior to Kanika. So a lot of battles was already going on. If y'all see the girl face, I think Irene actually had a photo with the girl next to Kanika. Do y'all remember that picture? So that girl had just lost her life months before. Do you see what I'm saying? So it was already a war with these gangs, and they was already, taking each other out, dudes or whoever, taking each other out. Okay, but this right here was set in motion to make it look like she was ambushed or attacked or killed or whatever by an op. But I don't know what went wrong. This is what I actually feel. This is what I feel from the bottom of my heart, because I really asked God to help me make sense to this. Okay, I really feel like they never had it in their plan to say anything about no organ harvests. I believe that it was actually the people that got to digging on the owner, and they brought that shit to light, and they ran with that shit like, y'all, they show up, y'all, they went into organ, y'all, and y'all helped them. I swear to God, I believe that y'all helped them with that shit. I swear to God, I believe it. Not saying that, I really do believe that. I really do believe that they did not even have a knowledge of what the fuck the owner was into, because I believe the deal was made between the hotel manager. I believe the manager and a couple staff have shit to do with it, not the owner. That's a whole separate motherfucker who was nowhere around. It had nothing to do with that shit. I think it was really everybody digging and kind of helped them out a little bit. But I believe that the whole setup was to make it really look like it. Because if y'all notice, they tried to set up the BDs. They tried to throw in the GDs. They threw these motherfuckers under the bus as if they was actually there. People walking around looking like them, like they straight up set them people up. We find pages that's associated with them, accounts that's associated to their name, but they dropping pictures and shit on their ops pages under a different name. See what I'm saying? They was trying to drag these people into it so it looked like just an average hit by an op. But I really believe it was the people that kind of made this shit and took it further than where it was supposed to go. That is just my feeling. That is just my belief. Okay. I'm going to explain to y'all, and I already know I'm going to explain to y'all. I already know I'm going to explain to y'all why she ended up in that freezer. I already know I'm explaining, not now. I am going to explain to y'all why she ended up in the freezer. I'm explaining to y'all everything else, and it's all going to make sense. But I promise you, a lot of what we were seeing was the public mixing a lot of stuff in that really didn't have anything to do with this case or with them people that was at the party. It was a lot of mixture being brought in, a lot of confusion. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all that. And I'm telling y'all, when you take that shit, all that extra stuff out, you're going to see a real clear picture. And you're going to be like, wow. See, it's hard for us to really get a clear picture because we are looking at intentional confusion, okay, a plan of the cameras. Then we looking at a edited shit, and on top of that, reenactment. So it's hard. And then we looking at the outside public that threw other shit in. So yeah, you got a big bowl of spaghetti with all type of shit in there. You can't really pick nothing out because you don't know what it. So seeing. Okay, when you start removing all the bullshit that ain't supposed to be in there, you like, oh, okay, I see the noodles, I see the meat, and I see the bell peppers and onions. This is what its spaghetti look like. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the picture right here. But it was just a lot of confusion, a lot of deceptive stuff that was thrown at us, y'all. A lot. And I believe that stuff took us somewhere, and I believe that those people was loving it, and they ran with that shit. They ran with it. Now, do I believe that hotel was involved, in a cover up of her and stuff like that? And might even did some more dirty shit? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, but I think that they probably chose the hotel because they hang in that area. They have some kind of dealings where they take people to the room. I don't want to really this is a whole nother level of discussion that we're gonna have as far as their connection with the hotel. I'm still looking into some stuff, so I don't want to have y'all all over the place with that. But when I tell y'all, I think that we kind of just, social media kind of just took this case and went and took it somewhere, took it to the moon. Like they took that shit to the moon, and everybody started getting lost. And then people started building on what type of on the stuff that y'all was putting out and discovering. You see what I'm saying? And we discovering all this stuff, and they just building on top of that. Okay, and got some of their trusted people to push some of this stuff out to help them out. So now you got a big mess, a big bowl of mess and confusion. You got to take out people that wasn't even there. You got to take out fake edited photos. You got to arrange a live that was actually rearranged so it could throw you off. You see what I'm saying? It's just, You got to realize that when you're looking up, what you're actually supposed to be looking at is down. See what I'm saying? So that's just what I believe. Yeah, they definitely help with their alibi. Yeah, yeah. They definitely helped Queen of Jack. The public definitely helped them out a lot. I think I don't even think I don't know if they even knew that. So you know what I'm saying, that much, and the public was really giving them shit like, yeah, we can use that. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed that a lot of them was pushing that shit. They was pushing it hard. Like, you ain't hear about the manager. I mean, you ain't hear about the owner. Oh no, yeah, we heard about it, bro. But okay, now I want to know what happened in that room. When y'all, you see, they was pushing that shit hard. Like, just go back and start looking at when this case first dropped. And look at read the comments, and look and go back and look at where they from. So you see the ones that was actually from Chicago, maybe friends of these people, they was pushing that shit. Pay attention to it. And if you say anything against the friends, you stupid, you out of towner, you dumb, you a fake investigator, you don't know shit, you covering for the white man. You better go look at what the owner is up to. You better go look at all his dirty deeds. They was really on top of that shit when social media put that out about the owner. They was loving it. And I'm thinking like, damn, I just don't see a multi-billion-dollar person like that even having anything to do with a messy setup like that with some gang affiliated kids. Like, I know kids, I know gangs, have higher up connections, but these are street hustlers and shit like that we looking at. It's somebody that's over them that would talk to the owner. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. It ain't the street gang and then straight to the owner. I'm like, man, these people don't know what the hell they talking about, dude. Like, for real, they don't. It's levels to this shit. You don't even, you ain't even supposed street people, they don't know nobody that higher up like that. They don't. Come on now. And then people that say that Kenneka was targeted just her for her organs, they don't know how many black girls walking around in Chicago. I swear they don't. For them to say some shit like that, they have no idea how many young black girls walking around in Chicago, because they could have made this a big ass ambush and took 40 of them damn girls with them and took their damn organs. They could have had the gang set 30 of them girls up and paid them swell if this was an operation that was caused by an owner as big as himself. If this was a plan like that, it would have been well thought out, well created, well made, and your ass would have never heard about it on the evening news. Do you hear me? When it's shit like this that happened from big higher ups, sometimes your ass never hear about it on the evening news. You would never hear about it. They snatch girls up all the time, and you would never hear about that shit on the evening news. Girls go missing every day. Are you serious? You know when it's some street shit, and you know when it's a professional shit. I would think these people know the difference. But I guess people thought it was professional. I will say, I guess they thought it was professional because how professional the plan was, because how they put the plan together. You know what I'm saying? I guess they would, but look at how they plan is falling apart. That shows you right there. And for it to even be exposed the way it was exposed. This man that owned that Crown Plaza, I'm sure have enough money to pay and buy a bitch body. Excuse me, I'm not talking about Kenneka. I'm just talking about a general person, to buy a bitch and make her go away, make her disappear for good. If anybody feeling me, the owner of that hotel, if he wanted to take anybody or set anybody up or target anybody, he could get her ass and make that shit go away for good. Shit, nobody hear about that shit. No, just victims and motherfuckers came up missing. Teresa would have never found her daughter's body. She would have just been missing forever. Do y'all feel me? It would have been a better plan. It would have been a way better plan. They would have never found that body if that man wanted to just kidnap her. Oh, we talking about the owner. We talking about the owner. He could have literally paid them kids swell and say, take her out the back door, bring her straight to me. And we wouldn't have seen shit. Do y'all hear me? Make this shit make sense. We wouldn't have seen nothing on the news if the owner had planned this shit himself. He could have paid them kids well. He had them deliver Kanika right into his hands, and she would have been a missing person on the news and not a body. Damn, make this shit make sense for me. Don't feed me no bullshit. I'm just saying, this shit, people disappear off the map, off the face of this earth all the time. All the time. This shit happens all the time. Hold on, y'all. Don't you say it. Be quiet, girl. Hey, Chuck, get back here. Hey. Okay. Yeah, y'all, that's just how I feel about it. Like, they could have just really got her, made this shit disappear, made her go missing, and took every organ they wanted to take from her. I don't think that's what we seeing. And that's why I don't even entertain it, because I don't think that's what we seeing. I really think that people they went from the manager and some straight drops. We was watching that shit in the beginning. We was watching a lot of YouTubers in the beginning. They was pointing out manager activities and shit, stuff that we thought we was seeing over by the ice. I don't know if we was seeing it or not, but they was pointing this stuff out. I mean, we went all over the place. And I understand that people wanted to investigate the case, so they started digging into the owner of the Crown Plaza and shit like that. But just because a body turns up in a hotel don't mean that the owner of the hotel has anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You have to start evaluating the situation that revolved around that body being shown up at that hotel. But instead of motherfuckers doing that, a lot of people just jump straight to the owner. And I understand too, because she was found in the freezer. I get that too. So I do kind of get why people see that. But I guess I've never really stuck with that theory, because I know that if it was that higher up, we wouldn't have heard about it, or it wouldn't have been as messy as it was. So that's why I feel like it wasn't really like that, and people just kind of drug that into it. Let me read what y'all got to say though. Wasn't about justice, but what people could find that was new and possibly shocking. I agree, Pain Truth. I agree. I think people are still doing that now. I think when some people put out good information, everybody else see that as like competition. Like, now we got to go and see what we can find and what, and that's not what it's about. If anything, try to align yourself with other people and see how y'all can kind of put your information together. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it is. It's about like, what can we drop? What can we put out? To kind of keep our channel going. I got two other channels that have way more viewers, not viewers, but subs than this channel. And I don't even go to them. I don't even visit them. I probably got 1,000 notifications that I have not even commented on. So I'm pretty sure I'm probably losing subs over there. Like, damn, she ain't even commenting back. I just forget about them channels because I'm not here just to win people over. You see what I'm saying? And just gain followers or subs. So I'm literally doing work and I'm on a mission. So I will forget to go to them other channels and, talk to my people over there. But I have way more subs over there than I have over here, but I just don't utilize that page. I don't, because I'm too busy working and talking to y'all, about the shit that we working on. So, but I definitely agree with that, Pain Truth. I think it's more down employee connections and truth. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. It's some employee connections too. Yeah. I was, and because they was probably giving them deals on rooms, letting them swipe and shit to get the rooms. So I'm pretty sure we already know it's some hotel connections, because somebody let that shit, they kept swiping that card, so they let that bitch go through. So we already know they got a connection there. you know. We wouldn't even have them meet at the hotel premises if he wanted her. I don't think so too. Thank you. Let me read your comment out loud. He wouldn't even have them. He wouldn't even have them meet on the hotel premises if he wanted her. He would have had them meet in an undisclosed location, and it wouldn't have taken 30 people to do it. Oh, I love y'all. See why I love Queen of Jack? Seriously, like, do y'all see why I love Queen of Jack? This is the person that I talk to till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Other than John, it be me and Queen of Jack. You see why I like talking to her? Did y'all catch that comment? Please look at that comment. That's if he wanted Kanika's organ. I'm just saying. It wouldn't have took 30 people to please listen. If y'all ain't see that comment, go back and read that comment. That's my girl right there. The owner didn't know shit. I believe that the employees are suspicious ones, especially who had access to the surveillance and knows the placement of the cameras. Exactly, Paint True. And if it was the key, and if he had to take a key to go in that emergency elevator, that person would have that. If it was the key to the refrigerator, that person would have that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's more of the employees. The owner don't know shit. The owner was probably in Barbados and told that manager, you better clean this shit up before the opening of this restaurant. That's all I know. Or I'll fire you and that whole staff. And they got PR people to pay and clean some shit up. I mean, seriously. We didn't see anything. These young people lost. They don't understand the true power of money. They don't. Yes, a lot of power. Yes, yes, yes. And I don't understand how they don't see it, Lily Dove, when they can literally watch Empire or the movie or the show Power, and they can see once you have enough money how much power you get, how much power you have just because you have money. This is the same live open minds. I just been running my mouth, girl. I'm getting ready to end it in about another 10, 15 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta change hats for the day, if y'all know what I mean. I wish I had money. I'd pay someone to go get mugs and force them to fess up. This Kanika mess have taken up too much of my time. I never even got on YouTube. I said that, so I bet a lot of people hadn't even utilized YouTube like that into this case. I bet. I bet. I think they had some committee members meeting about organs. A committee meeting, members meeting. I don't know. They could have. I don't know. They could have had a meeting about organs, but as my girl said, I don't really think it take 3 people to kidnap Kanika to get her to sell her to the hotel. It wouldn't take 30 people to do that. And I don't. And I, why would he want to bring her to his hotel and and jeopardize all the shit that he had going on? I don't think that owner even knew that them kids was gonna go to that hotel that night. I don't think that owner have nothing to do with this shit. I really don't. Or what he do. I think it's a lot. I think that actually, now let me just say something to y'all. Y'all probably gonna be mad as hell at me, but I love y'all, so I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. Okay. Some of your bosses might be into organ trafficking, organ harvesting. Yeah, I said some of your bosses, motherfuckers that you go to work for every day. Some of your bosses might be into that shit. I told you, my husband work a job every motherfucking day. He ain't know none about this shit. And somebody came to him and asked him at one of his co-workers, do you want to buy some organs? You see what I'm saying? So when I tell you that your motherfucking boss probably in that shit too. So if somebody at your job come up dead, I wouldn't think that it, have anything. We can't automatically say have anything to do with the owner. Now, the motherfucker show up missing, you might can look into the owner. The motherfucker show up dead on the job, you want to look at the people that he was working around, or what, mysteriously died or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you never know who actually is involved with this shit. Like some of y'all, y'all the owners of y'all jobs and shit is probably involved in this shit too, and y'all just don't know it because y'all had no reason to know it, because it's more of a business, and if they wanted to get you, they'll get you. And it won't be no motherfucking mystery about it. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's a whole nother type of level of shit. You know what I'm saying? I think you got the young people who out here, they do work for higher ups and shit like that. But To say that it took 30 people to drag her into that hotel so the owner can snatch her organ, I just don't see that. It just don't make sense to me, should I say. It don't make sense to me. I ain't gonna lie, it just don't make sense to me at all. And then y'all wanna blame Selena Gomez for it and put a video that she shot months ago and try to connect them dots. And I'm like, damn, this is people that really don't have time, I guess, to go into Kanika's life and connect the dots and look into the people that she surrounded herself with. They looking at motherfucking celebrities like, you talking about a reach. Some people reach to the stars. They reach straight to the stars, start pulling out celebrities and shit. And I'm like, it's really hard to really connect that. It's really hard to connect that shit for real. So y'all think that they just pick people off as they go along? Or this is really a business. Like, they do this shit all the time. I'm pretty sure they kidnap people all the time. But I just don't think that the way we seen Kanika beaten there, I think there's an explanation for that stuff, and it's not what y'all think it is. She wasn't just found in the freezer. She was found in the freezer beaten. Looked like she'd been raped. Half her pants was pulled down off of her. So we have to kind of look at the big pic, the whole picture. Look at everything. Like, nah, this couldn't just be a setup on the owner's end to have her inside his hotel freezer found with her looking beat and with her pants pulled and stuff down. This couldn't be his doing. It just was too messy to me for it to be his doing. It's like some shit that happened in his premises and he was trying to cover up or had somebody to cover up. That's what it looked like to me. I'm so focused on the major key players, Linda, and that's the point of me doing a Q&A today, because I'm hoping that all our people can kind of come together and be on one accord, and I don't, get a lot of these crazy questions, especially from people that's been following me for the longest, and they've been into these discussions with me. Like, we should already know a lot of this stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that we still don't know. We don't know Zach's involvement. I have no idea of Zach's involvement, so I'm not really talking about that. But just just the smallest stuff, like a lot of them rumors and stuff that we was hearing. For one, I'm just giving an example. Girl, is Ty and Tanisha actually siblings? I mean, boyfriend and girlfriends. I heard they weren't siblings. I heard they was actually boyfriend and girlfriends. That type of stuff we far past. No, they not a boyfriend and girlfriends. They are siblings. Okay, we pass certain things. You see what I'm saying? It's just certain shit that we have to continue to move forward in this case. We can't allow, and I blame that on yourself, on you. That's your fault, because you trolling too many damn other YouTubers. You trolling too many people that's talking about this story, and they all over the place, and that's why you confused. Because it's not the story itself. I'm not as confused as some of these people. You see what I'm saying? So it's really y'all allowing yourselves to be all over the place and to be confused. So I blame you for that. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this and I'm gone. I had open heart surgery in 2014 and almost didn't make it. My dad said they came to him about a heart for me for 120,000 facts. I was on life support for 2.5 weeks. I definitely believe that shit cost money. I believe that shit cost so much money to where they would kidnap these people and they would make them missing, and they would take the heart, the kidney, the liver. They would take it all. They would take it all, and they would just go on missing off the face of the earth. And their face would be on a milk carton. I mean, seriously, this is just the way I feel like that shit will happen if it was like that. Let's see what you say. If they wanted organs, it would have been done in an autopsy. Dirty, unsanitary organs are useless. Right, exactly. That was one thing that I had to really realize too. That's why I said they tried to really I said in the beginning, I think they tried to hand her over to the hotel because I think some shit went down, and that raspy guy voice, I think he was telling a lot of truth in that, but mixed with, and it was only truth mixed with lies because he only going by what he heard. And if you're not really a part of their set and really down like that, they're not gonna tell you everything. It's a part of their inner circle. It's a secret within the inner circle. You know what I'm saying? But I think he did tell us a lot of stuff that he heard. So I do believe they was probably caught in the act. You could see them all down in the basement. I'm pretty sure the motherfuckers saw them on camera. You know what I'm saying? And the security was right, following along with that shit. Everybody was following along with that shit. But I believe that it's so much. It's so much to why she ended up in that freezer. I think I really know why, but I'm gonna discuss that with y'all on another live. I think I really know how she ended up in that freezer and why. I swear to God, I think I know it. I don't want to swear. I promise y'all, I think I know it. But we're gonna share it on another live because we still got some background work to do, and some more reading and connecting some dots, and before I actually spill that. But I just want to say no. I don't think the whole motive was organs. It would have been so much well done, way better than what we saw, and we wouldn't have heard of that shit. It wouldn't have been her dead body in there looking like the way it was looking. Think about Jack Q. If it was all about organs. John Q making sure like don't give him too much. I don't give him too much. As soon as I said that, John popped in the room like with his smile on his. I ain't gonna give him too much. We still looking into some stuff, but it could be different. It could be a strong reason why they put her in that freezer, y'all. Things actually have answers to them. We just have to figure out what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we close. We're really close. I just want to say that. And I'm going to leave that alone before I say too much. It's levels to this shit. That's what we've been saying, Denise. That's what we've been saying. So I don't know. I think Kanika's her thing had a lot to do with, loyalty, money, respect, it had a lot to do with that stuff, and people keep saying it was more than one person died that night. Can somebody please drop me an email of these other people that died that night so we can help tie this shit together? Because if y'all don't know no names of people that died that same night of her, please stop saying that. Who are the other people that's supposed to die that night? And can somebody drop that in my chat? Who is the other people that's supposed to die? Because I'm hearing a lot of talk. And that's really all I'm hearing is talk. So I would really like to know who are these other people that died that same night. And if we cannot figure out who these people are, then maybe it wasn't no other people that died that night. Maybe the ambush attack, maybe it was just on her. I'm just saying. Wouldn't it make more sense now, everything that I've been saying? And I'm not saying that somebody, didn't see it or didn't agree, had to pay the penalty or talk too much and pay the penalty, but who actually died that night? Because we putting people in places where they did. I've already seen that we didn't did that shit. So now we actually killing people off that night. So I want to know who we killing off that night. Can we just put that on the table? Can y'all send me some proof of who we killing that night? Because when I came here, I came in for the start and I told y'all I was sent for Kanika. And people were saying, justice for all victims. And I'm saying justice for Kanika, and I'm saying justice for all victims. And they wasn't just talking about the Kendricks. No, they was talking about all the victims that died that night. So I would love to know who these victims are. Period. A lot of people been really taking the scope off Kanika. They done changed the name and gave her a nickname called the Dimples. Then they stopped the J4K and start saying J4R. I mean, who are the other victims? That's all I want to know. Pain truth, you ain't found out. All of the investigating you over there doing, you ain't see no other victims either. Yeah, what'd you say, John? It's the pyramid theory. Okay? All evidence leaves clues. We're into it. Basically. And all that looking we didn't did, but we can't say who the other people is that died that night. That same night. We cannot actually say that. We don't know the people's names. We don't know what they look like. We don't know where they died at. Come on now. That's leaning on our own. A lot of people just lean on their own understanding. It's probably to one person to say somebody else had to die that night. And that shit went viral. Everybody started saying it. I don't know. Because I have just, from my side of it, I have not seen no other deaths that night other than Kenneka. Which will make what I'm saying a little bit more stronger if it was just her. So please show me if it was anybody else and who, so we can connect those dots. I'm just saying. We've been chasing some fairy tales for a while, y'all. For real. For real. I know, right, Lily Dove? Who are they? I think they say that because that girl died in a car accident. It wasn't even at the hotel. And it wasn't even the same day. Casey Lynn, it was the girl didn't even die the same day of the same night of the party. Was she died what, a day later or 2 days later? It wasn't at the hotel, nor was it even around it wasn't the same day. So how did we seriously just put that with Kenneka? It could have been some shit. She could have saw some shit, and they probably did. But I'm talking about who died that night. Who else other than Kenneka was set up that night? That's what I'm trying to get people to see. Nobody other than her. Booyah. Nobody other than her. People made up shit to gain YouTube thoughts. You didn't say YouTube thoughts. Did you mean to say YouTube thoughts? That's how crazy it got. I heard it was one of the police reports. I heard it was. You heard it was another person that died in the police report? We should have, I mean, all this investigating, we should have a name to that person. It's been almost 8 months. We should have a name to that person by now. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was really another person that died that night, and I'm not really doubting that it would, because I can actually see it. I can actually see somebody not knowing, or somebody, running their mouth, or somebody scared or whatever, and I can actually see that shit. But I'm saying I really would have to, I need to see some proof that it even happened for me to believe it. You see what I'm saying? For me to believe that somebody else died that night other than her. I can believe it though, all day. But when I say, okay, y'all, so who was this person? I got 38 viewers and not one person can even give me a name. Right? So it's something that stands out about that. Maybe it wasn't no other person. Or we all know what the hell the owner was up to. We know everything about his ass. We know about the car wreck that happened 2 days later. We know about the other dude in the hotel that died from gang violence weeks later. We know about another person that was there that died weeks later. How come we don't know about the other girl? We don't know her name. We don't know shit. Right? I'm just saying. 5 more people supposed to have died that night. That's some bull. They had the names of the people that died that night blocked out. That's the first time I heard that. I ain't lying. That's the first time I heard that. That was the first time I heard that, Denise. There was 5 more people that they found, bodies they found in the hotel, and they thinking, so they didn't explain them other bodies that they found. They're gonna say Kenneka, she walked in there drunk, but what was the explanation for the other bodies? Or did they have one? It wasn't none. I don't think so. See, Liz, I'm gonna get off that subject. John already told y'all the whole Eugenia Walker death is totally separate, from what we can tell right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't connect. If it don't fit, we're not gonna make it fit. Just because she knew them, or just because it was in the hood, because people die all the time in their neighborhood. So we can't really force something to fit that just don't. And if it fit, trust me, the dots will just connect on its own. We'll be able to say, oh, okay. Because I was actually looking for the girl that, was in the room and with the white on, the white and black on, and I thought she was following Kenneka every move. I was really looking for her, to make sure she was okay. Because if she turned up dead, then I could have been like, oh my God, that's the same girl that was white. You see what I'm saying? But all we really have of Eugene Walker that I've seen was really her just walking through the hotel, walking through the hallway. We don't have really nothing to really connect her to Kenneka's death. And even if we did connect it to her death, she didn't die that night in that hotel with Kenneka. So that couldn't be the person that we talking about, right? I think that this was more aimed at Kanika. And until I actually see that other people, was set up, and like I said, we see other people that was dead and we follow that and we found out that they was set up too, then yeah, we can actually say that. But right now I only see this really being Kanika, because you got to think about it. You have all these gangsters, all these thugs in one place, and a young girl, the most mature one out of all her friends, she the one end up dead. No fight broke out, huh? No, nothing happened with the ops. You got girls sitting in that room, they GDs, they ops to the other girls, to Shemaya and them. Shemaya and them vice lords. Why they in there with the other girls? No fights broke out, no nothing. But mysteriously, a girl just disappeared, end up in the freezer. We have to think smarter than that, for real. For real. Now, if a couple niggas ended up dead and a female, I would have been like, wow. I would have probably said, okay, wow. It wasn't a setup. It was just probably some shit, I don't know, some shit that went down that night. A few people got killed. Niggas didn't got killed. They probably had a shootout up in there. We could take it a whole nother direction and start looking at stuff. But that wasn't the case. It was only Kanika. And they couldn't explain why other than giving us a bogus ass theory. So that's why we here today. I don't know about no justice for other victims, because I don't even know if it is any. I just want to say that. And I think after all these months, if there was other victims, we'd definitely know it. I think we'd definitely know it. We know her name by now. Okay. I'm getting ready to get out of here though, y'all. It's getting late. I gotta change hats. I'm gonna read a couple of these things off of here, then I'm gonna go ahead and end this. And I'm getting tired too. I'm getting drained. The only fight that happened that night was Kanika fighting for her life. You better say that, Queen Jackson. Girl. Or unless, like I said, them girls jumped on Monisa and Irene that night, but just so they can be initiated in. So yeah, the only person that suffered and really had to, go through a battle and stuff that night was Kanika. Every time I think about that baby, man. Maybe they was just trying to make a statement because they know she was going to be found eventually. I got lost real quick, Jesse. Who was trying to make a statement because they know she was gonna be lost eventually? Oh, you talking about hold on, let me read that again. Jesse, let me know exactly what you mean again. So I can respond to that. Kanika is the key. If there are others, it will come to the light. Yeah, I believe so too, Lily. Lily, I said y'all can tell when I get tired or when I get drained, can't you? I believe so too, Lily. That's why I believe that. Excuse me, y'all. That's why I believe that my number one focus was supposed to be on Kanika, because whatever come out of that will come out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like dots and stuff will connect from that. I really truly believe. But I kind of think that we have been all over the place with this case, and we have brought a lot of people into it that didn't have anything to do with it. We brought a lot of situations that had nothing to do with it, like the car accident, what the owner got going on. Like we just brought a lot of stuff into the mix, and we just have to really try to create a lane and stay there, and just continue on this journey with truth and facts, and just steer clear from all the bullshit that's being put out. When the spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all truth, for he will not speak of his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak. And he declared to you the things that are to come. John 16:13. I'm about to screenshot that. I love that. That's my girl right there. That's right. That's right. The spirit of truth. And the spirit of truth is here. Y'all know the spirit is here. Y'all know the spirit is here. Just like y'all see Satan's people operating and you see his son here, you see them operating, you better believe the spirit of truth and the Holy Spirit is here too. You better believe he is here too. Man, but it's gonna be a time where he's gonna separate the wheat from the tare. That's for him to do. It's gonna be a time and I actually see the harvest gathering. I actually see people gathering with more like spirited people. That's why I would never go to somebody else's page and intentionally try to sabotage them for their subs because your subs are with you because they like-minded. They think like you. So I don't want your sub. Like if I don't really respect your frame of thinking, or if I don't understand your frame of thinking, I don't want to come over there and sabotage your channel for your subs. I don't want your subs. The harvest will gather with like-minded and like-spirited people. Because in the end, you're gonna start noticing what you got is different gatherings of wheat and tares. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So I don't beg for nobody to be aligned with me. I just hope that people just spiritually connect with me. And then we'll look up and we'll just be a harvest that the Lord have gathered of spiritual beings. You know what I'm saying? Together. And that's just how he do things is what I believe. So that's why you will see the wheat and the tare. All right, I'm gonna just be done with this. I gotta go. And he would declare. Okay, I read it. Y'all want me to go move in the neighborhood and find out what happened? Casey, no. No, I want you to move forward with your life and allow the Lord to reveal to us what happened. I want you to stay your tail right where you at. All right, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. Yeah, the spirit is here. I definitely agree with that. He is here and he is making all things known. He is showing love. He is loving on his people right now. He is showing favor on his people right now. So continue to love each other. Continue to be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Love yourself first and foremost. And know that I love y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. And I'm so appreciative of y'all, okay? I'm getting ready to go, switch hats, get in mommy mode. And I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? I'll talk to you guys real soon. All right? Love y'all.